Yo, what's up? 1 second, y'all. Yo, what's up, y'all? Oh man. For honor reveal in I want to say 17 minutes. We're currently waiting for them to go live. We're just waiting right now, y'all. We're just waiting. Actually, let me move the chat to the right side of the screen so I can read easier. 1 second. Let me move the chat. This is chat right here, y'all. Look, you can see yourself. I gotta move it to this side. All right, much better. Now I can see y'all. Gryphon's faction, I'm pretty sure is a knight. Get that graphics card? I did not yet. It's very hard to get. Extremely hard to get. It's going great. Everything's going great. Answer me, Kenzo, say hello back now. That's not how you ask somebody to do something for you. Is he a heavy or a vanguard? Not sure. Now. I don't know if he's a heavy or vanguard. I don't know. Please post more on YouTube. If you saw my last video, I explained why. I literally can't, y'all. I can't play the game. I mean, I can play For Honor on console, but 30 frames per second, like I'd lose brain cells playing that. I can't. I gotta wait till the update. I mean, yeah, he looks like a heavy. I don't know. He could be a vanguard. I have no idea. Kenzo, we love you. Thank you, man. Love you too, Florence. Yo, Goon, what's up, man? Do I use an Elgato for my videos? Yeah. For console, for PC, no. You're in a lecture right now? Good luck, Don. Good luck. He said once you lose the brain cells, it could be fun. I'm waiting for the update to play on console, y'all. Hey, cannot play on PC. Okay? If I attempt to stream on PC, it lags so bad that it's unwatchable. So, and it's unplayable. So I cannot stream playing PC. Console is on 30 frames per second, and I literally, like, playing on console after you've played on PC is like literally, instead of playing a game, you're just pulling your hair out. That's the enjoyment level that you're going to get from playing after you come back from PC. Yeah, you don't want to do it. So the 60 frames per second, I have a PS5, so the 60 frames per second update is gonna come soon. It's gonna come this month. I'll be back when the update hits, or whichever comes first. Either I get a graphics card or the update comes first, y'all. Whichever one comes first is when I start uploading again. I'm sorry, it's just how it has to be, because I can't, I'm literally in a position where I'm kind of stuck, you know, I can't really do anything. The reason why I don't have it, and many of you guys are like, why don't you just get a new graphics card? Because they're sold out everywhere. They're literally sold out everywhere. I cannot even get my hands on the new graphics card because scalpers are buying them up instantly and selling them for double the price. And I don't want to pay double the price for a graphics card that I can get for regular price, you know? That is why I have not been streaming. Now the dev live stream, if you guys are wondering when this thing starts, it starts in 12 minutes, all right? 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Yo, Hitokiri, what's up, man? I'm doing great. But yeah, that's really the main reason why I have not been uploading or streaming, because I literally can't. I literally can't. I might just do a PS4, I mean a For Honor stream on console today or something, or maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But I don't know how long it's gonna last, because I can only put up with 30 frames for so long. I can only put up with it for so long before I lose my mind. Love your content. Thank you, man. Thank you. Did I see the new executions? No. I did not see the new executions. I did not see the new executions. Did they release new executions? Yeah, the stream starts at 11 minutes. They release shared executions. All right, I'll react to it. But the thing is, I don't think I can record and stream at the same time. So if I'm gonna react to it, it's gonna have to be after the stream. Well, the stream is gonna spoil it, isn't it? Oh, that sucks. All right, let me try. Here, let me try. I can always go to my Xbox, right? The new executions are booty. All right, let me go on PlayStation. Let me go on PlayStation and see. Hold on, y'all. Let me go on PlayStation and see. Where's Daubeny? Good question. Great question. All right, let's react to it. Come on. We're gonna react. We're gonna react. We're gonna react to it. Just hopped on. Where you been? I can't upload right now. Can't upload right now due to circumstances. Long story short, but I'll be back soon. All right, let's see these new executions. Started Warden or Knights. I guess they're shared. Okay, let me record this. Let me see if I can record this. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash. If the stream crashes, I'll be back because I don't know if I can do this, but let's try. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, we're going to be reacting to the new executions. Now, I heard these are shared executions from what chat is telling me. These are shared executions, so we're going to just quickly go through all 4 factions, and I'm gonna give you my ideas and thoughts and whatever behind them. So let's check it out. So customize executions, and we go down. Is this it? Whoa, what is this? Whoa, there's more though. You can stomp on it. Minified and kicked away. That one's cooler. What's this one? And he stores it. I mean, that looks cool. No, I mean, it looks cool. I like kicked away the best. If anything, kicked away and probably stomped are the best ones, I would say. Would you guys agree? Like this one, the kicked away and the stomp are the best ones. I think those are great. And you're telling me these are the same for every faction? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Whoa. That's not even enough for a video. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's not even enough for a video. I had to end stream. I mean, not in stream, but in the recording. That's not even enough for a video, chat. Oh my goodness. I thought there was gonna be at least like one for every faction. So I was like, all right, we got 4 completely different ones. We're gonna like check it out, analyze it real quick, make it for a video. Nah, man. Nah, you're here and you're here and you're out, man. You're here and you're out. So I guess that's what it is. I guess that's what it is, chat. Hey. We got 6 minutes left. I think they're about to go live. Hold on. They're about to go live on their stream. Let me switch back. Go to my display port. And then main screen. There we go. They should be live. Yep, here they are. Here they are. All right, let me mute my background music. All right, there we go, y'all. I'm blocking the countdown, but it says 5 minutes. Can't hear you. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. How do I feel about Shaman? I've always hated Shaman. Oh, I was cutting out? Oh. Am I still cutting out? Chat, am I still cutting out? No, you wasn't. Oh my goodness. This is why I stream on Twitch. This is why I stream on Twitch, bro. You didn't go to Twitch, LMAO? Nah. I haven't been streaming for Honor on Twitch recently, so I'm gonna keep it on my YouTube. I'm streaming right now. Love you too. We got 3 minutes, boys. Here, I'll show you. Can we get your full opinion on those executions? It's not really much of an opinion. They're new executions. I mean, but it's not much. It's not much. We got the bare minimum for executions this time around. We got the bare minimum. I miss the times where we get full executions, but I guess those times are over now. They are talking in the stream right now, Kenzo, if you want to see what they're talking about. What do you mean? They're not talking in chat. Oh, they are talking in chat. Oh, Piranha Game said hello to me. Guys, I've been noticed. I've been noticed. It feels good. "30 seconds, boys. 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. When am I going to start playing Siege? You don't want to see me play Siege. You don't want to see me that, but you don't want to see me play that game. Trust me. You're good with JJ. You'll be good with this new guy for sure. Let's see. Let's really find out how he plays, y'all. Let's see how he plays. All right, chat. Oh, let me turn this up. Hold on. Y'all probably like, we can't hear the stream at all. Hold on. I have it all the way low. Look at this.
Year of reckoning. A season with hope. A season of tyranny. A season of resistance. And today, we dive deep into the final season. Year 4. Season 4. Mayhem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Warriors Den. I've got this new microphone that I can move around. I've got Clarissa to my right. How the hell are you? We got a hell of a show.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm super excited. I know it's been a while since we last did our Warriors Den, which was for the Halloween event. But magnificent. Really excited. How are you doing today, Mike?
As you could tell, I'm very excited, very hyped. I've got this thing. I've got a shitty mustache. It's going to be a great, great time. Let's get right into it. We've got so much to share. It's going to be a long one. And to help you guys out, to stick it out, we've got Azarus, Twitch drops, and all that good stuff. So let's get right to it. Azarus, before we get into the details of Year 4, Season 4 Mayhem.
Yes, Azarus is an extension on our Twitch stream where you can answer questions based on the show, so pay attention. And if you get those questions right, you get credits called Ubies, which you can use to redeem for honor rewards such as XP boosts, scavenger crates, etc. and you can redeem those rewards at forhonorgame.com/redeem.
Chad, what happened to the
Don't
days
forget
where
that
we
we
used to
also
get
have
hype
this
and I used to
as an
stand on my
exclusive
chair?
program where
What
you
happened
can
to those
have this
days?
extension onto your stream if you are a For Honor streamer. And on top of answering questions, you can also challenge players to a match or something to also
Those are the good
win
times.
other rewards. But on top of Azarus, we also have Twitch drops. So
Twitch drops.
everybody who watches the show for at least 30 minutes will receive one scavenger crate, but this is per 30 minutes. So for example, if you watch 1 hour, you will get 2 scavenger crates, and etc. On top of that, every 10 minutes throughout the show, you will have a chance to win 100k steel or the Gryphon.
Yeah,
which
those
is,
are the good
the new
times.
hero, which will be unlocked into your
Those are the good
account
times.
when he releases on December 10th.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Gryphon trailer that I'm sure you guys saw, fantastic. Larissa worked on it. Just wanted to let you know. If not, let's get to the Twitch drops directory, where you guys get, of course, 1 XP boost, 1 hour watch, all the way down to 24 hours watch with all of that stuff that accumulates. Let's not forget. And then after that, for the actual time slots on December 14th to December 16th at 11 a.m. ET and 2 p.m. ET. Just by logging into the For Honor directory, you get 4 XP boosts. So those, again, if you time yourself, you get those directly. Obviously, when it comes to these things, please allow for due process. Takes about 24 hours, 48 hours, something like that. So please be patient. But that being said, for those of you who are streamers and streaming For Honor content, we also have this great activation that is still ongoing for every season launch, which means that if you are the top 10 streamer, what does that mean? You just got to stream For Honor a shit ton and you get 100k steal. So if you're part of that top 10 list of hours streamed on For Honor, you get 100k steal that you can use on the new hero if you'd like, for Gryphon, of course. And then we've got the roadmap. So what can you tell us about the roadmap, Clarissa?
Yeah, well, it's the beginning of December, so
Wait.
let's take a look at what's coming into For Honor this
What's coming?
month. Today, December 3rd, we have the Arcade Quest and Content of the Week, which will be showing throughout the show. Tomorrow, we have Ranked Warrior Challenge, which will be happening until the 7th, I believe.
Extra
And
XP on
Saturday,
Christmas.
what I'm super excited
What?
for, we have the For Honor Dominion Series closed.
I mean, I guess everyone's going to be inside
this
anyway.
Will be broadcasted on this
That makes
Twitch,
sense.
twitch.tv/For Honor Game. We'll get into more details about the Dominion Series and what's coming up later on in the show. But December 10th is when Mayhem launches. We have the Gryphon, which will be available in first-party stores for $7.99. The new Battle Pass for Year 4 Season 4. Twitch drops for the entire directory, which will last for 1 week that we just went over with Mike. And of course, Testing Grounds will return for a week as well, starting December 10th, and it will end on December 17th. We will go more details about that with Stefan and JC later on in the show as well. On the 17th, we have a cool little event going on.
Maybe.
You're not jumping out of your chair with hype for those XP
well, I guess
boosts?
you just gotta find out on the 17th.
I wish,
That's
man.
right.
The 19th, we had the last chance qualifiers pools. This means that if you did not make it into the closed qualifiers, have no fret. You still have a chance to compete to get into the finals. So make sure you sign up for December 19th if you have a team. The 24th, we have Arcade Quest. Gryphon will be available for 15,000 steel. I was about to say 15 steel. Well, hold on.
Hold on. No discounts right now.
Another content of the week. And on December 25th, Merry Christmas. You have Extra XP Fest. And we're going to end the year and the month with Arcade Quest and new content of the week.
Fantastic. And it's filled with stuff, like we said, surprises along the way. Today is only part of the Year 4 Season 4 Mayhem journey, but it's going to give you a great overview. And without further ado, let's head over to the narrative trailer of Year 4 Season 4 Mayhem. Let's get it.
All right, let's see.
Some believe.
Wait, did we already see this?
Power, for justice, or even for peace. Truth is, these are just fancy words, not worth dying for. Me, I'm just grateful I can still fight and breathe. But I've seen many of you out there who are not that lucky. So if you think you don't have a say in all this mess, if you're in too much
This looks cool.
pain to carry on, or if I've failed you before, let me tell you this. I've come back to make things right. I will stand and I will fight for you.
Okay. Mayhem. I like it. I like it. I like it.
And there you have it, folks. The narrative trailer for Year 4, Season 4, Mayhem, that starts next week, December 10th. And to talk about the season today, we've got some very, very special guests. We have game director Nicolas Bombré, game writer Elise Trin, and lead audio designer Mr. Rene Hidalgo. How are you guys?
Great. How are you?
Great, Mike.
Excellent. I'm enjoying the fact that you guys are excited because the folks back at home want to know everything about Mayhem. So let's get started. Nico, what can you tell us about this season in particular? Obviously, this is the climax of Year of Reckoning. So what can players expect?
It's going to be a very exciting season. Obviously, this time we have a character launching with this new season. The Gryphon is coming to unite all that resistance that you saw in season 3. So all these small, movements and skirmishes that you guys have been experiencing in Tales of the Rebellion. Gryphon is coming to unite all of these rebels and form a much stronger alliance to fight the Orcos and face them for the first time in this new season, Mayhem. So that first combat, that first full-on conflict is going to change Heathmore for the future. But not everything is going to be about fighting and conflict this season. Obviously, you can expect some holiday surprises coming your way. There's also going to be a new battle pass with Chimera Alliance themed rewards that they're very exciting, and also some new armors and a bunch of new map updates. Also, very important announcement on combat. The testing ground will reopen in the beginning of this new season with changes to the Warden, Nobushi, Peacekeeper, and Shugoki in the aftermath of the CCU update. So Steph and JC will show up
wait a minute
on the show to give you all of the
they're
details.
nerfing Warden?
Yeah, this is a very exciting and
Shugoki? No more Shugoki?
So enjoy the rest of the show.
BS? Yeah, and that is correct.
Wait
we've
a
got
minute.
a hell of a show for you guys today to cover all of
Wait a
this, at
minute.
least from a surface
Wait a minute.
level. And obviously, in part of telling this story in Mayhem,
Okay, now they got
kind of
my
seen
attention.
this, displayed in our what we call key arts in the marketing language, and this is one
Hold
of them
on.
that we've seen, and we kind of
got
seen
my
the
attention.
evolution
Hold on.
from season 1, where it was a peaceful time, the arrival of the Warmongers in season 2, and Resistance last season, and now we get to Mayhem. What can you tell us, Clarissa, in terms of the collaboration? Because this was part of our job as marketeers. I don't know if that's a word, but I'll use it anyway. For this season, in terms of the collaboration that we had with external artists.
Yeah, so just a quick recap for those who, just to get people up to speed, the Year of Reckoning, which was Year 4 of For Honor, was a special year because we did collaborate with great artists, and this time around for Year 4, Season 4 Mayhem, we collaborated with Theoretical Part, which is a compromise of 2 people, Boris and Daria Sokolovsky, and they are 2 illustrators from Russia. So with their style of Mayhem, we have their lovely key art that we can see here, and
there you go.
and also in the trailer as well, which you just saw. But in game, you'll also be able to see the way that they represented Mayhem in game, which we'll go over later on with.
Hold on, Chad. I'll be right back. Let me know if I missed anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And a part of the key art that we see right now is obviously the Warmongers on the right side over here, and obviously Gryphon. So talking about Gryphon, this new hero, but not so new hero. Elise, what can you tell us about this new character that players will be able to start playing as soon as next week, December 10th?
Yeah, so this new hero, as you can see, he has a familiar face. It's basically the beloved Holden Cross, but an older Cross, obviously. So basically, it's been like more than a decade since the end of the campaign. You know, the events where you see Holden, Ayu, and Stigender trying to establish some sort of peace. But then after that, a lot happened. He had to, like, Holden Cross had to leave the Order of the Lawbringers. He became a mercenary. He had to almost like make people forget about his name, because his name was still attached to the Blackstone for many people. So he tried to make amends and to like um, change his identity in a way, and that's why people started to call him, you know, Gryphon, as you know, that winged lion basically that became something new. And now, as the resistance has been growing in Heathmoor, as the rebels needed someone like who knew the enemy from the inside, who had the like the charisma and the poise to lead the battle. They basically thought that Gryphon was the ideal candidate for that. So that's why he's now back, and he's ready, like, to lead the charge against the first battle against the Warmongers and the Order of Hawkers. And this hero is also very special to us because he's since, you know,
I'm gonna
he
go make
tried
some
to make
popcorn.
amends, he tried to learn like all the cultures across Heathmoor, compared to the Warmongers who are trying to impose a new culture, who are speaking just one language. Gryphon, he did the opposite. He's doing the opposite. He's trying, you know, to understand and learn from others, and especially new languages. And that's why it's also our like one and like first polyglot hero ever in the game.
That's unreal. And so for those of us who don't know what a polyglot is and didn't research it right before the show, Renee, what can you tell us about what that means for you and the audio work that went into this character and kind of materializing his background story?
Well, first of all, I can't even speak English all that well, so can you imagine what it's like to learn 4 languages? So, like, honestly, what an achievement done by the team for this character. We spent many hours with language coaches, translators. We did many hours of rehearsals. So, just to touch on what Elise was saying about our use of language in the game, it's, you know, some people call this lazy for for the warmongers speaking English. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, you know, but like it was also our idea the whole time to have a character
I
that
like
could
this
speak
armor.
in many
I do.
languages. I remember Lee's bringing this up. I was like, man, this is crazy. I love it. Let's do it. And we just, you know, we wanted to make sure that first we wanted to see if the actor was up for it. He was more than up for it. He was, you know, he practiced really hard. So yeah, we're super proud of all the work that he did for us, and also, you know, with all the support we got from our translators and voice coaches. So there's Francis, Aiko, Yoe, Emilia, Gunnar. There's our Alice Sound Studio, the Boombox Studio in Toronto. Nico and Steph for their guidance. Ben, you know, he helped really make a really nice and engaging design for the Gryphon for the voice on when he should speak. And of course, Elise and Evan, our voice actor. You know, he did an amazing job. Kudos to the team.
Yeah, absolutely. A huge shout out to your team. And again, we've got so much more to cover on Gryphon because we've got a segment that's coming up next for the fight kit. So I know that that's what's going to be on people's mind now. So again, guys, thank you so much for coming in and talking about Mayhem. Again, for those of you who may be joining the show a little bit late, it starts next week, December 10th. The hype train is all aboard. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. And we'll be right back after this with Stefan and Benjamin Goulet, who's going to be on the Warriors Den for the first time to talk about Gryphon. Thank you again, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, here we go. This is what we came for. Fight showcase.
Some of you have known me under other names. Like the name of some callous demon, or the name of a foolish knight. Yet today, I have another name. It was given to me by people who could have left me to die. But instead, they taught me who will want to remember you. Come on, warriors. Show them how you fight.
And the hype train goes choo-choo, ladies and gentlemen. And we are back from a great trailer that Clarissa worked on. A huge shout out to her for the Gryphon trailer. And to talk about Gryphon, we've got two very special guests. For the first time ever, we have Benjamin Goulet, game designer, part of Stefan Juinski, who's to his left, that they already know how to look at each other through this technology, which is fantastic. How are you guys today?
We're doing great.
Great.
Oh my God, you guys, just professionals. Okay, let's get to it. Gryphon, obviously, Elise spoke a little bit about the narrative side of things when it comes to this hero. We all know his bad guy turned good guy, and now he's a mercenary that traveled across factions for those of you who joined late. But so let's talk about gameplay. Stefan, what can you tell us about this hero? What makes him stand out?
I mean, this character is super cool. Benjamin's going to kind of run you through the whole fight kit and the feats. But basically what this character is all about is it's going to be a very strong support role. You're going to see that especially in the feats. You're also going to see it in the abilities in the group fight. It can lane, it can survive in a group fight, it can kind of shape and control the fight, and that's going to be super cool. And in terms of one-on-one, you're going to see that it's got a mix-up that it wants to live in a lot at the end of its chains. And then it's got a good opener to be able to get there, and some cool shortcuts that are going to help you live in that mix-up a lot more often.
All right, so Ben, let me ask you the question. What are 3 words, if we can, to describe Gryphon?
Yep, I came up with support, versatile, and old.
Love that one. Love it.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, speaking of those 3 words, let's dive into maybe his move set and the more specific side of things. We're
we
taking
go.
a look, of course, at his emote right now. Of course, completely glorious, a true leader in every sense of the word, as you can see, with a great beard. But what about his actual move set? What can you tell us today?
Can tell you a lot of things. All right, so we're gonna get right into the basic chain, basically. So it's a 3-hit chain
Okay.
where you can do light or you can do heavy at any time in the chain. So super versatile. You can press buttons and they're gonna do something.
The last one's
in your chain.
undodgeable.
For your light starter, for your light chain, the light finisher is undodgeable. So you see Astra here trying to dodge. Not gonna have any of that. Boom. All right. And then we've got the light combo. So basically, if you land your first light and you do a second light in the same stance, you're going to get that second light guaranteed in any stance that you did. As long as it's the same stance twice, boom, get your combo, and then you get to your finisher. So you can see pop, light, undodgeable. So that's one of the shortcuts that Stefan was talking about earlier. This way.
Looks good.
Next, we've got the heavy chain, which is, as the name implies, 3 heavies, and your third heavy as uninterruptible stance. And
Nice.
it has, I wouldn't be surprised if it has like one of the best trajectories in the game. So you want to use this in group fights, tag like 3 people in the opposite team, get some kills, maybe take some damage and trade, but you'll be pretty damn happy you used it. And then the next video shows off that you can do heavy, light, heavy, freeform chain, go nuts, press buttons, it's gonna work. And you've even got the next video which shows off that you can also zone attack into light and heavy. So the zone attack has a 360 trajectory that comes out super fast. So again, you can try to option select someone with that, and then turn the tables and get to your finisher and get the kill. And we finish it off with the third option for your finishers, which is the kick.
Ooh.
Which leads into a
It looks like my type
heavy.
character.
It's a specific follow-up.
I like this character.
That can execute. So we've got the whole package, right? You've got the undodgeable, you've got the quick bump that you can't react to, and as a 1v1 kit, and then you've got the heavy finisher that's an interruptible stance for your group fight scenarios, or if you want to do a big brain play or troll your opponent, you can try to feint that heavy and guard break if you think he's gonna dodge, and that also works in a 1v1, but mostly you're gonna want to use it in group fights. And that takes care of the regular chain. We can move on to the
So is that heavy
special.
guaranteed?
So you've got your Gryphon shove, which is a back and guard break input. Great opener, basically, for any other character that has that kind of opener.
I'm liking this though.
Works.
I'm actually.
And
It
then
doesn't
if you go
look
to the
like it,
next video, you'll
but I'm
see that
actually kind of excited
it
for
goes
this.
directly into your light and then to your finishers. So basically, you land your shove. There you go. You've got your mix-up with the finisher where you want to be. So it feels great to use. And next we have the so if it whiffs, you have a link still.
Wait.
Second light, second heavy. So if
His Lawbringer shove.
trying to guard break you, you can just throw out
Lawbringer
your
shove, Highlander kick.
and power right through that guard break and continue your chain. So it makes you want to use that move basically. All right, moving on to the dodge forward. Helm cleaver. So the helm cleaver.
That looks like.
the helm
Official
cleaver.
names. Excellent.
What does that look like?
Helm
It looks like
cleaver
something.
is, super long
What does that look
range.
like?
You can delay it a lot. So you can do you dodge forward and you wait for like 600 ms and you can still press light and do your move. So it's gonna be a great peel, great move to initiate the fight when someone's unexpecting it, I guess. And if you go to the next video, you'll see that your dodge forward light is a shortcut directly to your finisher. So, oh my god, I said it again. Sorry, helm cleaver.
Whoa.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's
Kensei,
all
yeah.
good, right? They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dodge forward light.
all right.
That's all they're gonna talk.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so we're gonna go to the Mind Cleaver next. Mind Cleaver is on a heavy input. It has ridiculous range. You can be in a group fight, minding
Doesn't that
your
look like
own
Hito?
business, and then you see that external
That's
indicator
Hito.
pop up, and you're like, "What is this? Is this a plane?
Tito.
Is this Superman? No, it's Gryphon with the Mind Cleaver." And obviously, if you go, do we have a second video for this one? Yeah, okay, go for it. So you can go light combo.
Oh,
heavy
Kensei?
feint, dodge
Oh, that was
forward,
Kensei? It
do
kind of
your
looked like
Mind
Hito.
Cleaver,
Oh,
get
okay.
that roll, feel good about yourself, and then you can do your heavy finisher, which because all of your dodge attacks are links to your finishers, so super cool.
Nah, I'm not
Next
gonna lie.
video is
I
the
like the
Sultan.
idea though. Y'all, I mean,
So you've
No
got
Bushi.
side dodge attacks as well that are on the heavy inputs as well. They
was that JJ?
will
No, that's
actually, I'm
JJ.
gonna stop there. Boom.
That's
Go to the
JJ.
next
That's
video.
JJ.
Sick.
That's JJ. No,
So,
that's JJ.
boom. Super, lots of dodge frames on it, so it's gonna be super useful to dodge, anything that comes your way. And then you turn the tables again. You've got your finisher because it's a shortcut. So kick, like
Oh!
undodgeable, mix up, super
And then
threatening,
kick.
right off the
Oh.
bat. All right.
So maybe
we've
maybe
got
if I
next.
could sum up so far, we've
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
sick mix-up, which is kick or undodgeable light. You've got a way to get there from light combo. You've got a way to get there from down X into light into finisher, and now you can shortcut there from your dodge attacks. Yes.
Mhm.
Is there anything else that we could do to shortcut to this stuff?
Listen.
Are you talking about
I
what's
like
coming
this.
up next, or did I forget something and I'm a dumbass?
Yes.
Y'all might not
perfectly
like it,
segued
but I like
into
this.
one.
Okay, because the next one's not even a shortcut though. But let's keep going. So you've got the dauntless chase,
Whoa!
which is not a shortcut to your finishers, by the way.
Oh
That's
man,
your
I'm
sprint
misreading
attack.
this. My bad.
Yep.
Okay,
It's all
I'm
good.
perfectly
It's all
set.
good. It's gonna come.
I
It's gonna
see.
come soon. The timing wasn't there, but I liked where you were headed, Stefan. We'll keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, hate to see it. All right. So, sprint attack. It's gonna flip your opponent over, and what's the next one? Oh yeah, okay. So if you go to the next one, yeah, exactly. You're gonna get frame advantage as the opponent gets up. So basically,
Wait,
you
what did he
have
just say?
You can do, as we can see here, you know, a feint
You have
guard
frame
break,
advantage?
a feint guard break that's someone against someone that's trying
Oh.
to just roll away, and you're gonna catch him. So basically, if the Gryphon lands this, they have to respect whatever Gryphon's doing next. So it's a great way to start.
Yo,
the fight,
Father
and it does
Patty,
some decent
thank you for the
damage,
5.
right? think it's
I cut my
5
dreads
damage or
like 2 years ago.
It's not like nothing. And then we've got the next video, which showcases you know, another situation where you'll be in a group fight, guys not paying attention to you. You've got the Highlander on the side. Oh, he sees the opportunity. Boom, top heavy. There's your gang setup. Obviously, the attack is blockable and parryable, so you're gonna have to find the right opportunity. But when
Always
you do,
keep a box of
big
napkins
damage,
in your setup room.
opportunities there.
Comes in handy.
Next, we move to the next shortcut to your finishers.
So let's
Which
pretend
is,
that Stefan set it up beforehand for this, but now
Yep,
you can get
yep.
into it.
It's
Yeah, just imagine that we edited for this and we jumped ahead to this point, and
some
yeah,
editing magic happening there for sure. So all right, your guard breaks. You can see the guard break here, leading into the second heavy, into your finishers. So basically, whenever you land a guard break with Gryphon, you can do your free second heavy into your finisher mix-up. And if you throw your opponent,
Are you serious?
you get a link directly to your
Oh,
finisher. So
look at that damage.
throw someone for a wall splat.
Hold on, look at that.
And boom, there you go. You've got your free heavy
32,
finisher,
32 off wall
into
splat.
reset. So a maximum
Boom,
damage
headbutt.
there. Next,
Warlord
we've got
headbutt? Sorry, nah, I'm playing.
repetition.
Warlord
That's a
headbutt?
little something Gryphon cooked
I'll
up
play
for
it, I'll
us,
play it.
where if he parries an attack, and he does an attack while he's parrying, so in this case a light, he's going to gain uninterruptible stance on it. So you all know those situations where you're in a group fight, you know, this guy's like, he's got like 1 health left. Like, screw this guy, let's just kill him. And then you parry, and you're like, yeah, finally got the kill, and then you get interrupted by your that other Jormungandr, pesky Jormungandr, who designed this character. And you can get the kill if you are Gryphon, because you're just going to trade away with the uninterruptible stance, and that feels great. So what else can you do next? You can also do your zone attack. That
Oh,
will be
yeah.
also
This is for me.
uninterruptible stance. Is that
This is for me.
Did I conjugate
you,
that?
you invented it.
properly?
I
Yeah,
think-
it's perfect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was great.
This is for me. This is for me.
Shows
Yeah, thank
creativity,
you.
I love it.
Yeah,
Thank
there
you for
go.
honor.
And
You've
that's actually
literally
great for, again,
read
you know,
my
getting
mind
that
on
kill
what
that
character
you
that I
had
really
before,
wanted,
even maybe
and
a
you gave it
second
to
one,
me.
in a
Thank you.
highlight
You
reel
gave
if
me
you
all
want
the
to.
moves that I like. I like Highlander's
Clip that
kick.
shit
I
and
like
put it on
JJ's
YouTube. That'd be
moves.
great.
I like
And then the last
I like
opportunity
Kensei's moves.
is
Put them
obviously,
all
you
into
know,
one,
your,
and then
your
make him
hit.
look cool. Give he has a
So
cape.
You land a light parry in a
Like,
group
what are
fight.
y'all even saying? This is
Throw
cool.
that heavy out. Someone tries to interrupt you, he's gonna get tagged, and then you can get another double kill into.
Nah, Kenzo, this is
execution.
for
If
Faram.
someone ever does
Well,
that,
I'm gonna be the new
I
Faram. How
know
about
it's
that?
gonna be on Reddit, so that I can
about
save
that?
it and keep it,
Mm.
and show it to my kids. It's gonna be amazing. I think we're up to the feats. Did you want to add anything, Steph, up at this point?
I'm a little scared too because we might go to the wrong video, but or at least maybe the right video and I'm in the wrong universe. But no, let's rock it. This is there's more fun to come.
All right, there you go. So we've got feat 1, stern stare. Gryphon stares at you, and definitely, I mean, that's gonna hit you in the soul right there for sure. So as we can see, I'm sure freeze is gonna be on that one. You can see 30 damage coming from the tight heavy, the top heavy.
Oh, it lowers their
30
damage.
to something else. I bet there's a calculation there to be done. I think people are gonna figure it out, Steph. I'm not sure, but I think it makes people attack less.
The only thing I
like,
don't know
their
what I want to
damage
do is if I
less
want to play
or
on
something.
Xbox or
Yeah,
PlayStation.
basically.
Oh, nice.
You
Okay.
can see the value there, but you need like binoculars from our screen. So I'm sure you guys will see it better than we will.
Yep. So I mean, it looks unassuming, but honestly, it feels super good. It has a short cooldown, so you can use it often. You know, you want to calm down that guy that has revenge. You want to try to save your ally that's being pummeled by a bad guy. Any situation at all, really. You go into the fight, you want to use turns there to kind of slow down the fight and have some time to do your other feats that come next. So you've got Draconite Mist. Oh yeah, kind of forgot to mention, but all of Gryphon's feats are inspired by all 4 different factions. So you had Stearns there that was inspired by the Samurai.
Once the 60 frames update update comes, we'll be able to play.
Basically,
we'll be able to play
to heal your allies
sub duels
and yourself in a gigantic
well
cone
on
around.
YouTube member duels.
So again, that's kind of the defining.
Shoot, I might just switch it over to Twitch, and then we could do sub duels on Twitch.
Get it early in the fight, and it's super useful in a lot of situations where you can.
I might do that, chat. I might switch over to Twitch and do sub duels on Twitch.
As a support character, there aren't too many in the game, but Gryphon definitely has that niche covered.
And you can imagine if there was this 3rd or 4th character, like they would get heals as well in there.
Yeah, exactly. So the more allies you have around, the more healing you're going to give. Well, it doesn't scale. It's the same amount for everyone. So we got Draconite Bolt shown up here, which is the Knight-inspired feat. It's going to throw a crossbow arrow, and if it hits an opponent, triggers an AoE from that location that will heal all of your allies around this spot. So basically, super useful when you're like, damn, am I gonna get there in time to save my friend? He's about to die.
That's actually really good.
Boom, snipe shot. You might even kill the guy that you were targeting.
Cyberpunk comes out that day.
Come into the fight.
I'm not getting Cyberpunk.
Strong. And then we've got the ultimate feat number 4, Draconite Cleanser.
This actually okay. If we can get this the 60 frames.
Boom.
Oh.
All right. Oh my God.
Love these sound effects.
I don't know if you're gonna hear it. I don't know if you're gonna hear it. Like
they will hear it, and they'll hear you.
Oh yeah, he's my main. Oh yeah.
Hats off for.
He's my main.
On that one. Absolutely amazing. So that's the Viking-inspired feat.
Oh yeah,
he's
my main.
Explosion that comes first.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about
grenade, it. Which then sets off an AoE of healing.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Teammates that are still alive after this to come heal. For a respectable amount. So big disruptive feat that does good damage and good healing at the same time. It's like the paladin kind of feel where you're.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, chat. I'll be back. Don't worry about it.
Danger healer.
A mic drop type of moment that we could see with this. Like if
you say that about every new hero, but what do I do with the hero? I do at least get him to rep 10 to 15. I sure do.
To your kids again.
You got a good 10 to 15 reps out of me.
Okay, well that
get bored.
Said, I mean, super interesting, and I personally see like a great kind of contrast between, we have the warmonger that their feats are kind of almost the opposite, where you see it all about kind of taking away health, and now you have a character that is mainly there to support and use those tools, especially in the feats that you just covered. So that's very interesting as the kind of the protagonist and the antagonist. So that's awesome. And I guess my question now is, for players that are coming from other heroes, do we see certain kind of transitions that may be easier from one hero to another?
Yeah, definitely. I think Kensei players are gonna be comfortable with this hero, especially for the huge trajectories, that halberd. Honestly, that heavy finisher, Kensei is shaking in his boots. It's very threatening.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you know how Kensei's kind of shortcuts work, these are kind of similar. So I think the transition there will be nice. If you like to lane, this is a good character for you. If you like to be either controlling the group fight or kind of like on the outskirts and supporting the group fight, there's a lot of opportunity there. And then, I mean, that mix-up is super scary when you end up in the 1v1s too. So there's quite a lot of option as a player, I think, which is cool.
That's awesome. I guess my last question is based off of the fact that you have this new character that's going to be supporting people. How does that impact team composition? I mean, obviously, high level gameplay. It turns out to be, a lot about how do you make the best kind of composition between the heroes and to complete each other and make sure that you have the deadliest combo when you're in a situation where you're trying to finish off a fight or just control points and stuff like that. So how do you see this hero's introduction kind of shaping
Yo, what's up, Don?
that landscape and to Clarissa's work with the Dominion series and stuff like that? Do you see this a character that can impact that type of high level gameplay and even not even just high level, just regular gameplay?
Yeah, definitely. I think Gryphon is like the epitome of hybrid. Like he is a true hybrid. I think he can pretty much be decent and good in any role. So basically, he's got the support thing. That's one of his main strengths, but not everyone has that. He's going to be good for team fights. It's going to be great at laning. Just smash that heavy button and you kill like 20 minions. And he's going to be good for healing points, holding points.
Stefan, what's up?
Because of all the maneuverability.
You look
options he
bored? No,
has
I'm
and the
actually
huge
excited for this,
trajectories
actually.
that kind of keep people at
I'm actually
bay.
excited.
So I think these are going to be his main strong points.
Well, that's awesome. Guys, I want to thank you so
Don't
much.
forget to like the stream,
for
y'all.
taking the
Almost
time
forgot to
talk
tell
about
y'all.
all of this great stuff.
Don't forget
that
to hit
has
that
do
like
with
button.
Gryphon, for those of you who are joining the stream a little bit later, this is the Year 4 Season 4 Mayhem stream, and we've got a brand new hero in Gryphon, a glorious beard, and a glorious moveset, as we can tell. Guys, thank you so much, and we hope you enjoyed your time on the show. Did you?
Oh yeah, thanks for inviting. I'll be back anytime.
They're not showing
Yeah,
weapons?
you were a pro. I gotta say it, Benjamin. You killed it. You killed it real good. So, all right. Well, we'll be right back for testing grounds with again, Stefan.
Oh,
is
yeah,
gonna
we
be
got
there,
testing
and
ground. We're not done
JC.
yet. We're
Again,
not done
thank you
yet.
guys, and we'll be
We're nowhere
right
near
back
done yet.
after this.
There's a lot more stuff. Hold on. We got map update, custom, and battle pass.
All right, so now you know all about Gryphon, but now we got to tackle the huge topic of the testing grounds, and we've got the recurring Stefan Jawinski with us, but also
Chillax, what's up?
Jeanette, game designer, here today to speak on that behalf, on that topic. So how are you today, JC?
I'm pretty good. Yourself?
I'm doing excellent. I know that we've got a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. But before we do, actually, a little bit of a recap of what Testing Grounds is, and Clarissa, if you don't mind getting to it, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. So Testing Grounds is our public test where we give you changes to try out before it goes live in game. What's
Okay,
really
let's
nice
see.
about this is that it's not a separate server that you need to download. It's just right in the game. You'll see it on the event front in the world map, and it's available on all platforms, not just one. This also allows for your regular progression, so you won't be losing any while you do the tests. The testing grounds will be live on December 10th, and it will be for a week until the 17th. Times may change, but we will communicate if there are any changes. And we will be looking through your feedback on our social channels, on Reddit, and most importantly, through a survey that we will be sending out. And based on your feedback, it will determine whether these changes will go live right away or if it will need further development. But like I said, we will communicate on when those changes will go live. So make sure you play some testing grounds because your feedback is very, very important in this phase.
Yeah, that is correct. And talking about this new phase, let's get right into it. Stefan, I don't know if you want to start us off and just give us the high level of what this phase entails and the heroes, obviously, that you could see on the screen now, and what the objective is.
Absolutely. Sure. As you see on the screen, there's a Warden, Peacekeeper, Nobushi, and Shigoki. These are the characters that you're going to be able to play on the Testing Ground event front. And as Clarissa has pointed out, if you play them in the event front, they're going to be these new changes that we're going to talk about today. If you play them in any other normal matchmaking, it's going to be the regular stuff. So think of this as like a vision into the future, basically. A vision that you will help us shape. So thank you for your time.
That was beautifully said. I just had to say it.
Thanks,
I really
thanks.
like that.
I hadn't rehearsed that at all, I swear. And basically what we're trying to do with these heroes is bring up their viability. We'll kind of break down like on a character by character basis, where are they weak in their kit, what are we trying to fix up with each of them. And in a few cases, such
PK
as, like,
might get a
Sugar
big
bits,
buff.
We'll talk about what parts we think are frustrating.
I don't know. I'm
and
kind of
how we're trying to
scared.
address that.
Awesome. Well, let's get right.
Nah, I'm
into
not
it,
playing
Casey.
today.
I guess we'll start off with the Warden.
Yep. So for Warden, we're trying to target, like as the previous slide mentioned, we're trying to give every hero kind of like 2 roles at least, so that they can actually perform quite much better in like high level tournaments. Because what we've really noticed and what we've been seeing a lot is that heroes that have a single niche generally are not picked because they're not really viable for tournaments. So for Warden, what we're going to be doing is we're trying to focus on his offensive 1v1 and also something we call offensive 1vx, which is basically when you're outnumbered, but using offensive tools to defend yourself instead of being overly defensive. With Warden, you're supposed to be capturing points with your strong offense. You're going to defend points as well with your pretty strong offense. And we're also looking to address a bit of fairness and frustration stuff that we've been seeing over the past few months and years. So just to make sure everything is a bit more fair. So with Warden, we're changing 3 modes. We're
Shoulder
addressing his
bash.
shoulder bash. We're addressing his heavy attack, so both openers and finishers. And we're also touching a little bit on his zone attack. So let's get into it. Okay. So shoulder
Yes!
bash. So first of all,
No longer accessible from
you
back
no longer
dodge.
access it from back dodge. That's a big change that's been requested by a lot of players.
All right, he's fair now.
Frustration makes it a lot better to fight against him.
Yep,
So
sure
that's
does.
good. He always has a little bit of static movement when you feint shoulder bash, so he's always going to move a little bit when you feint to help make sure that you're able to do feint to guard break after a lot of the options we're giving him. He no longer has that little bit of extra movement when you feint
Let's
the fully charged version.
go.
A lot of the times
You
what would
can't
happen
like
is,
feint
you would
his
do a
fully charged and he
shoulder
like
bash, you would feint, and then
jitters
for just like a
forward.
tiny
You
little
know what I'm
bit at the
saying? He
beginning,
like
he would move
warps
forward a
forward.
bit. That made it a little bit hard sometimes to get punishes off of it, and it was frustrating for some players who felt that well, you know, that my opponent was able to like see what I was doing, react, and feint. So this way, like it's super clear we don't have.
Oh, but you can bash after
And then
anything.
last but not least, shoulder bash can now
Oh.
be accessed after any of Warden's sword attacks. So we have a bit of video for this. Essentially, you can do zone attack into shoulder bash now.
Ooh.
You can do which is coming up. We can do so we can do that's Valiant Breakthrough, so dodge forward heavy into shoulder bash. We can do his sprint attack, lock shoulder bash.
Oh, that's
And
gonna be
last
good.
but not least, we can do neutral. We have neutral heavy into shoulder bash, and then we have a final thing here, where is also from his heavy finishers, right? So you go heavy into heavy finisher into shoulder bash. We had a little sneak peek of something.
Was
like
that
That's pretty
was
cool.
that always
So that's the
unblockable?
idea.
Whoa!
Basically, Warden with this
His heavy
is able
finishers are
to go
unblockable.
into, like any of his moves except shoulder bash goes into shoulder bash, which gives him a lot of really like potential offense. You don't really have to stop. You don't really have to rely on your lights all the time. Whenever you're throwing, if you throw out a heavy, you can go to shoulder bash.
Oh
go,
snap!
like
Oh
guard break,
wow!
and
Okay,
shoulder
now
bash.
he
All
just
those little options that he
they
has
opened up a can
makes
of
him a
worms with
lot
that one.
stronger
Oh, he's gonna be
offensively
nice.
to
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good.
offset the fact that he lost a little bit of his defensive ability from shoulder bash from back dodge.
Yeah, and a good point there is like, so why those 2 things? It's like, there's a lot of dead ends in the kit, as JC points out, and we're trying to like kind of shore that up and be like, okay, so if you hit a heavy or if you hit a zone or whatever, we would like you to press another button, whatever that is. So shoulder bash is a great option for that. And then on the other side, like removing back dodge into shoulder bash is good, because if you watch duels versus a Warden who really knows how to play his or her class, it can be quite a stalling, boring, fishing for shoulder bash kind of deal. And we're trying to say, okay, so a little worse in that scenario for Warden, but much better in any other kind of normal fight that you'd see in Duel or Dominion especially.
Yeah, his flow is so much better now with all of these changes. He can always flow back into whatever he's doing, so that's pretty strong. Okay, so next up we have heavy attacks changes. There's quite a few. First, his side heavy openers have slightly flatter trajectories that makes them a little bit better in Group fights, like I was saying in 1vx, we want to improve his offensive 1vx ability. So you should be able now to do like switch target, side heavies, hit a bunch of people around you. You're gonna be better. It also has benefits in the lane, so your Warden's gonna be a bit more efficient in the lane with this. They also have increased range, so you're able to hit people from a little bit further away. And it promotes that aspect of defensive offense that we have, where those attacks were only ever really used after a guard break beforehand. So that's a big difference there. All of his heavy finishers are now 900 milliseconds. So top was 1,000. Wait, Max, go back. So his top heavy finisher used to be 1,000 ms. Now it's 900. But his sides were 800 and now they're 900. And the reason we did that is, now we can go into the video. All of his heavy finishers are now unblockable, right? So basically, side heavy finishers are unblockable at 900 milliseconds. So that gives them a lot of offense. You actually want to use them now in group fights, like we were saying before. So you can go you can maybe do shoulder bash or heavy on one side of somebody, swap target, heavy on somebody else.
Yo, he's gonna be so scary.
People, they just can't stay still and block whatever you do. They actually have to do something, and forcing your opponent.
I think Warden actually got better
when they're around you. In this
Warden got better.
Is typically pretty strong.
Because, they didn't nerf Warden; they actually buffed him.
And when they're doing
he got better.
They're not attacking you. So that's the big idea behind that. The salary finishers also have flatter trajectories and have a little bit of extra movement during their start.
Wow!
So
he actually made them better.
Defensively, you can use them to switch target, step forward a little bit, hit somebody. You're gonna be able to hit them a little bit. It's gonna work much better than it used to. So that's pretty good. And then the last change we've done is that all of his light attacks now chain to heavy finishers at 100 milliseconds during their recoveries. What this means is that you can always do light, fully buffer your heavy. And then if you think your opponent's going to back dodge or side dodge or whatever, you can do feint the guard break, and it should always work, which is the point here. We want to make sure this is consistent, that we don't have problems with this. When, you can always back dodge after a light, or back roll actually. So that's one of the big changes there for this. So next up, we have zone attack. So zone attack has two changes on top of chaining to shoulder bash. Now, zone attack's recovery is now 500 milliseconds, down from 1,000. This is a big buff for group fights. Again, when we look at Warlord, for example, right? Warlord has very little recovery.
Later today,
this is kind of
probably right after the stream.
And it also helps it so that you don't feel forced to constantly go into your chains afterwards. Beforehand, you would do zone attack. You really, really had to go into your heavy finishers, because otherwise you could get punished really hard. With this, it's a lot harder to get punished. So you can now just throw a zone attack at a normal point if you want to just stop there, if you don't have the stamina for it or whatever. And it also has a bit of extra forward movement, so you can use it from further apart. You can do, again, switch target zone attack and be able to swap and go in between the opponents constantly. So that's pretty much it for Warden. Stefan, what do you think is gonna happen to Warden with these changes?
So kind of globally, I would think that Warden is going to be a little less slow and stally in a 1v1 situation, which I think will slightly hurt on duel, but there's really plenty of room for that to happen for Warden and still be fine. But on the other side, with shoulder bash access as well as the unblockable heavies, is going to be much able to attack and continue sustained offense on a character.
Oh man, the audio is perfectly fine. Someone had said the audio was messed up, and I looked at it myself. The audio is perfectly fine.
Aggressively fight down the opponent that's coming for them. And then the other stuff you've got for trajectories and in terms of when your timing of coming back to recovery on zone, for example, should allow you to be much more survivable in a group fight or multi-person kind of scenario. So I would really be excited to see, can a Warden threaten Centurion or Warmonger for their spot on your roster? Before, I would say probably not, and now it's it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so next up we have Peacekeeper.
Oh, here we go.
Where are we going towards with Peacekeeper?
Here we go. Oh my goodness.
Peacekeeper's an interesting one as well. A little weak in 1v1 at this point, and really not that useful in group fight scenarios on live. And then Peacekeeper wants to get the bleed right now in a fight, and then really try to press her advantage using her enhanced lights. And while this is
Here we
good,
go.
it's still easy
Oh
to
man.
external blocker. It's still easy to shut her down in a number of ways, and we're going to try to kind of pump that up.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see what we have. So we're changing a couple of removes, or we're doing some tweaks on all of our heavy attacks, some tweaks on dagger cancel, on heavy finishers also specifically, and also on zone attack. So let's start with heavy attacks. So now all of our heavy attacks now deal an extra 5 damage.
Man, includes dodge attacks. Okay.
Including dodge attacks. So that means that her dodge attacks no longer do 5 plus deep gouge, you do 10 plus deep gouge. That puts her damage a little bit above the curve, but being above the curve in this case is okay for Peacekeeper. She has to work a little bit harder to get her damage in. It'll let her do a bit more executions. So that should really pump her up a little bit. We've been seeing that her numbers have been going really, really way down since the core combat update. So that should really, really help her out. Next up, we have dagger cancel changes. So we have a video for this. So you can now cancel the recovery of dagger cancel with a dodge.
Oh, that's really good.
333 milliseconds. That might seem like an odd number. The idea is that when you do this, you still don't have frame advantage in 1v1, but you can use it in 1vx scenarios, and it actually comes out faster than it was before the core combat update, right? Before core combat update, it was
Never mind. I thought it was good. Never mind.
So
it's not good for ones.
More comfortably do dagger cancel on somebody.
I thought it would be good.
Dodge.
I mean,
swap target, dodge for it heavy.
Recovery time is otherwise unchanged.
You can really see,
I mean,
Peacekeeper jumping back and forth between a bunch of opponents in group fights, which is interesting.
You don't have frame advantage after the bleed cancel.
With a dodge is unchanged.
Let's see what the other changes are first, though.
Keep that frame disadvantage in 1v1. Because with some of the changes that are coming up that we'll see afterwards, we were like,
let's see. Hold on, let's see.
Too strong in those types of areas. So next up we have heavy finishers. So heavy finishers are
now unblockable. Okay, that's good. Okay, never mind. Now that's good. That's good.
Peacekeeper landing.
That's good.
Whoa!
Wait a minute.
Unblockable.
Whoa.
It makes her, and it's like those heavy finishers become so strong and so scary because out of heavy finishers, she
my god, and they do more damage, and you're bleeding. You have.
She can let it rip. She can feint. She can do everything. Basically, she has every single option.
Oh my god!
And so it makes it so you can't option select them. So it makes them very, very strong. It makes them super scary. And on top of that, what's interesting is that all of those.
Wait, what is this?
That she has when you correctly read your opponent.
No, go back to
something.
There was more
bleed, which in turn leads to going more towards heavy finishers again and again and again. So it kind of snowballs in that way. So that's really, really interesting for her. It gives her a bit more external pressure as well. So that's pretty good.
I think you still get your combo hit.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah, you still get deep gouge, right? So if you let it rip, you go deep gouge, and you can go light into something else. That's the interesting thing is that's it. Absolutely everything leads to bleed. So that's pretty good.
So after you land the unblockable heavy, you get bleed because you can just like tap the light button afterwards and get that bleed in.
Yeah, so now zone attack is enhanced.
Oh my god! Oh, it's an infinite loop, bro. Oh my goodness! And then if you dodge the unblockable, what if they cancel into GB and they get more bleed? Oh.
Now we have another thing too. The second hit is unblockable when you're locked onto a bleeding opponent.
Zone attack now enhanced.
So similarly to our heavy finishers, you can go when your opponent is bleeding. You can do zone attack.
Now gives heavy parry reaction when parried.
You can get mix-ups, which brings us to the rest.
Second hit is unblockable when
now feint. The second hit at the normal feint timing. This was done partially because it makes it a bit more in line with stuff and it makes the mix-up work a little bit better. But
second hit now soft banks into dagger cancel.
Flicker unblockable. It looked really bad. So that was really.
Wait,
really like
at normal feint timing. Okay, never mind.
So now I also soft feints to dagger cancel at the normal feint timing. So that's good.
Second hit now feints to guard break
and to dodge. So you can go zone
and to dodge.
Zone guard break if somebody's trying to run away from your unblockable, for example. Again, that second hit cannot really be option selected. So it gives her zone attack a lot more pressure and a bit more usability in group fights. It doesn't feint as quick as it used to, but it's still like a pretty potent tool. So that's pretty much it for Peacekeeper. There's one more thing I want to add. Yeah, so we have a bit of video as to what the...
an unblockable that can feint into a guard break and feint into bleed. And it can feint into dodge.
Max plays the other videos. Yeah, so that was like soft feint to guard break. We have zone attack going into guard break. Yeah, okay. So then we have, what else we have? Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's what we get then. I I was sure we had the other ones, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's it for zone attack. So there's one more thing.
Yes, I love you, Max. By the way, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, we love you.
Oh
Max.
man, this is going to be a
amazing.
tough
There's one last thing I want to add
season.
before we do the recap because it's not in the
This
slide.
character is going
something
to
that we
be
did,
a
a
pain
little bit last
to
second.
go against.
We changed the input on
For sure.
deflect. So when you're deflecting left, right, or front, to a heavy.
Oh, it's
attack
going to
instead of a
be.
light.
Oh, it's going to be rough.
The idea being
Chat,
that,
it's going to
like
be
a lot of
rough.
other characters
Get
have
ready.
that. When you deflect, you do one button, and then if you deflected, you would do your deflect, and if you didn't,
One
deflect,
like
you
on the
do dodge
stream equals
attack.
one prayer.
So now you have that with Peacekeeper as well. So whenever you're dodging, just always hit heavy if you want to do something, and the right option is always going to come out. So that's pretty good. We can go into the recap.
We're going to
Max,
need a
about
lot
what
of
you think,
prayers when we're
gonna
going
happen
up
with
against this character.
I think it's going to be very interesting to see.
We're going
how
to
she
need a lot of
performs at this
prayers.
point. The
We got
game plan
Warden
of
with
get that
unblockable.
lead and then press your advantage.
PK
is
with
quite
unblockable.
stronger than it was before. Zone attack is going to have really interesting follow-up. So there's unblockable or Safing 2, dagger, or guard break or whatever. She's going to have quite a lot of options that way. I would really like to see her hit that bleed and then pressure down opponents to the point where you're like, ah, yes, I want this assassin on my team.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool too, because she synergizes really, really well with other bleed heroes like Shaman or Nobushi, right?
Oh, that was going to be my line, but I forgot.
Don't forget to leave a
So
sub, guys, if
I
you're
want
new
two
to the
transitions today.
channel. We're gonna be uploading this season like crazy. So,
So yeah, Nobushi.
if you haven't subbed, hit that subscribe button.
Mike want to burn me there, I guess.
I let yourself burn yourself there.
Oh, that's
All right.
better. Self-burn. Okay, so Nobushi used to be a super strong character.
All right, so that's it for the changes to the testing grounds for the heroes. So, Mike?
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for going in depth on all of these changes. Of course, this is
Wait.
a 1 week event, and I know
They
that
didn't
it
do
seems like a
Shigoki
lot
or
of information,
Nobushi,
but
or
when we
did I
talk
just miss
about
it?
The future of this game, and you
Did I
being
just
an
miss it?
active participant within this testing grounds, it's super key to get into all of the information. There's also going to be an article that you guys could read where it details all of these changes and maybe a little bit less of a longer.
Wait, where's
format.
Nobushi and Shigoki?
But again, it's always the best thing to do is to come to these and really take a look if you need more information. So, Stefan, JC, thank you for your time and thank you for diving deep. And we'll be back after this for a map update with our friend Edgar Orlando
Yo, what?
Oliva. So thank you again, guys.
Yo, what?
Thanks. Bye.
Excuse me, you're forgetting something. Yo, what? Yo, wait a minute. What? Yo, they really skipped it. Yo, chat, they really just skipped this. Yo. Night bias.
Joined back now with another special guest. It's Mr. Edgar Orlando Oliva. Yeah, that's right. That's what the O stands for. To come and talk about Beachhead today, another map update that's part of the patch next week, starting on December 10th. For those of you who are joining us a little bit later, Ed, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm always happy to be here, especially on
that's
such an
funny.
epic
That's
show.
funny.
And yeah, I love showing off these new map reworks that we're working on.
Let me see
So
the
it's
chat.
a
Hold
pleasure.
up. Let me see the Twitch
Amazing.
chat.
I know the last time you came on was last season where
You be getting
went over
right.
Sentinel and also mentioned a few other
Everybody's
little map
laughing, bro.
reworks that were in the patch notes.
Nobu, no
So
Nobu,
what
no
can you tell
Shigoki.
us, that's coming into year 4, season 4, mayhem.
Yeah.
They
So,
said, all right, we got the
following,
knights out of the way. We're
good
done.
reception we had on Sentinel and Gauntlet changes that we had. I'm very happy here now to show off Beachhead rework, and I think players are pretty familiar with this map at this point, and it definitely had some sticking points on it that
Nobushi and
needed to
Shigoki on patch
be
notes. All right, we're gonna check it out.
ironed
We're gonna check it out.
And a lot of navigational changes as well. So I think people will be very happy to see these. So we can start off right away and show off the first major change. Here from the attacker's spawn, you had this single ladder going into capture zone C. And
said
this
they
was
really
very
put the no
problematic,
in no
as
loop.
only having a single ladder access.
That's funny, man.
Is not
we got
ideal to access
gypped
your
out of
home
2
point.
characters.
And instead of adding more ladders and stuff like that, we went ahead and we created this slope that leads into a broken portion of the wall here on the right side, and that leads you deeper into the capture zone area of Capture Zone C. So this gives 2 different options to attackers coming in from spawn of how to approach their home point here. Yeah, and here we also on Capture Zone C, this area that was kind of overlooking the rest of the map was very unused space, and so what we did is we connected it to the other side of the map, which was previously non-playable gameplay space.
Oh, this looks cool.
And I think this really helps open up the map a lot more and gives you far more options.
Hold on, y'all. This
in
actually looks
how
cool.
to
Hold on.
approach the
Yeah, that's kind of
enemy
dope.
team's capture zone and how to just navigate the map entirely.
Yeah, it should definitely
Yeah, that
help
actually looks
with
cool.
the
I like
map
that.
rotation in the
I like that. I like that.
for beachhead at least.
Yes. And yeah, and here right next to that bridge, we had these drop downs. It was actually a double drop down to get from capture point C to mid lane, and it allowed a lot of drop attacks, and it was problematic in that sense, and it didn't allow you to go back up through there. So we added a
because if your
staircase,
opponent was
which now connects
so first up,
Capture Zone C directly to mid lane,
Top of the
and allowing you to go back and forth between
I
them
let yourself
freely
burn yourself
without
there.
necessarily
Alright.
having to worry from drop
okay.
attacks unexpectedly
now going to heavy
along the
No
almost the
population.
entire
Moving
side of that
Insanely
area.
bullish.
And this ladder
dots for
here, we
heavy.
also
It catches
positioned
rolls
it
really
for
well.
more comfortable
typically
access. Higher point of
That's it for
Capture Zone C.
Shigoki. So what do you think?
Is there
Stefan?
two
I think
people
that'll
talking?
change a
It's
lot
not going to be
of,
hopeless for the other side.
It will become a
So-
lot more dynamic.
Kind of.
In the middle.
And
No,
this area
listen
here
closely.
that
They're
you
talking
see,
about
this
Shigoki
was the
rework.
opposite
Listen very
side,
closely.
For
Hold on.
facing Capture Zone C, which is again, it was unplayable space. And what we did was we completely opened that up now to player navigation.
They just muted
As
it.
you can see, that ladder there now gives attackers access to.
Did y'all
this
hear that? They were
area
talking
if
about
they
the.
go to the left-hand side, and it'll connect them to both the bridge, which we just added, and moving
what
on
the
to
heck?
Capture Zone A. So
Did I just get a donation?
That again opens up the map a lot. Here we see Gryphon, using that ladder now. He just spawned, and he's going directly to Capture Zone A now. So this was something that the attacker team couldn't do before, and we opened up that tunnel as well. And yeah, I think it'll be very, very interesting.
Speedy
Nice.
old man Gryphon is
Yeah,
just whizzing by there.
yeah.
Gotta move quickly.
Yeah.
Nice. So, are there any other changes to Capture Point A on Beachhead?
Yes. Well, now that you mention it, we did make a few changes to Capture Zone A, and you'll see that it's a lot less spiky in there now.
I did. Hold
So I think this was something that
He says, "Hey, I'm a member on Patreon,
was
but
an
how do I get my
ongoing,
name in chat
issue,
a different color?"
between
Yo,
players,
King.
Warlords.
I didn't see
sad,
I'm on my new
I know.
PC. Well,
But I think it
yeah, my new
very
PC,
much
and I don't
makes
have all the
Capture Zone
alerts set
A
up.
A lot healthier, for
But
it.
if you want
I
to change
think
your name
those
in chat,
spikes
you have to
were
become a
little
YouTube
too
member.
gratuitous, if I may say so. And I think,
Hold
as
on.
I said, it's a lot healthier of a Capture Zone area now, where you can comfortably fight in.
I don't even know if I have
having to
Nightbot
worry
set
too
up. There we go.
much
Yeah,
about
Nightbot set up right there. You
the
can become a member
Warlord or
for
the Raider
99
just
cents.
charging in.
There you go.
Goodbye.
And if you want to change your name in chat right there, you can become a
So,
member
And
for 99
and
cents.
here's another area in which the map needed some love. It was the lighting of Ashfeld. When you picked the Ashfeld lighting location, it was very dark. One of probably the darkest ones we've had in a map. And so we really brought in this amazing sunrise / sunset, kind of lighting to the map, and I think it really.
What does a member really
first of all,
do?
you can
Gives you
see a lot
emotes,
better your
supports the
surroundings and
channel,
everything, which is obviously a plus. but I also think it gives,
Gives you
a little more
emotes, supports the
flavor
channel, and gives
to
you a
that,
different name in chat,
rather
like a
than,
different color name
just
and a badge
that
next to
pitch
your name.
darkness that we had. That here you can barely see the fortress in the back there, and just these little lights that pop out from the darkness. But I think in bringing in this new lighting mood
We got patch notes for
Ashnod,
Shigoki's
it
insane. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna
definitely,
watch it.
You know, makes it pop.
I'm gonna read them.
It almost seems like, yeah, here we could beautifully see this fortress in the back now. And it's almost as if the fires have, you know,
Yeah, appreciate that, King
engulfed
Thor's. Thank you, man.
the sky.
Yeah, the
and
member
kinda
right
gives it
there.
that
There you go.
orange hue that we
Thank
see
you so
throughout
much
the
for the
map,
donation
and
too,
I
man.
think
Thank you
it's
for
really,
it so much.
really cool like this.
Great. So
My bad. I don't
for
have
at
everything
least
set up.
in
This is
the
my new
Dominion game mode,
computer, so
we added a bridge.
I gotta get everything set up on here.
We adjusted pretty much the spacing so that way people won't just rely on dropping in and doing drop attacks. We also gave people more options to move around the map, which is, you know, like you have not just one ladder going up, but you can also go through like stairs or like a hole. And yeah, so
And
pretty
thank you
much
for the
promoting a
Patreon too.
healthier
Thank you so much for that as well.
mapification. Are there any other changes to Beachhead outside of Dominion?
Yes, as you know, whenever I get the chance to work on one of these reworks, I always take a look at duels and brawls and see what can be, you know, improved upon. And so this fighting area here that takes place at Capture Zone C, I felt it's always weird when you have this narrow passage between two wider areas. And so I went ahead and I moved it to the Defender courtyard area. And it definitely opens up the space a lot better to fight in. You know, sometimes you have these areas in which you're like, am I going to fight in your spot, or are you coming over to my spot, or are we fighting in this narrow space in between? And there's a ledge, you know, kind of right there for, like, you know, new players might not appreciate that as much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this area works a lot better, and you can move around more freely.
Or run away, like I usually do.
You can only run away so far.
Yeah, it's true.
And Brawl, of course. I always love looking at Brawl. And here, the area itself worked well, but it was you were lined up somewhat bizarrely amongst these fires that were here. And those fires were necessary because the lighting was so dark, as I mentioned earlier. And now that we brightened up the area, we don't need those fires anymore in order to, you know, see properly. And so we were able to remove all those fires, and now you can just have a great 2v2 brawl experience, which I think will be a lot better for players.
Great. Well, that's it for Beachhead. We went over the Dominion mode, the duel mode, and the brawl mode for the changes. Ed, thank you so much for coming on to talk about them. Do you have any last
King
words
Thor's with
for
the rep
players?
70. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so
as I
much.
said,
Thank you so much.
I take pleasure in improving and reworking aspects of these maps, especially knowing that the community really seems to appreciate them, and it makes the modes so much better. And of course, the changes made in Dominion also reflect in Elimination and Skirmish.
Yo, Bass, thank you for the
those
Rep
of you
1
who like to play
membership,
those
man.
modes.
Appreciate the support.
And
Thank you so
again,
much. If you guys want to become a
have any
member
feedback,
on the
comments, I
channel,
look
exclamation
forward,
mark
to
member.
reading stuff on that, and yeah, we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, there you have it, folks. So that's the end of this map segment. The next one will be back with Yuri and Andrew to talk about
What a king. Facts. What a
customization
king, man.
and Battle Pass. So we'll see you next.
Thank you.
I forgot which one this belongs to. Beachhead? I forgot. Vikings? Oh, I got that one wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined now with two very special guests for the last but not least segment of the show. And those
I want to
two
see
very
this.
special guests
Armor.
are Mr. Andrew.
Well,
Im,
I don't know if
art
we're getting
director
armor,
of
but we're
Runner
getting new
and
weapons.
special effects artist Always a pleasure
Oh,
to
a
have this
samurai.
gentleman
Dang.
on. Yuri Flammenbaum. It's always entertaining with you boys. So how are you guys today?
It's going pretty great. How about you, Mike? How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I just want to get talking about the realization of the game, the customization, and this is what we're gonna get into, guys. I know that back at home we've had a long show and we've got a lot still to cover in terms of customization stuff. So let's first start off with the realization.
Still don't know which
Again,
console
we
to play
spoke
on,
about the key art,
PS5 or
Mayhem.
Xbox.
This was made by
Still don't know yet.
Theoretical Part, two artists, as we said at the top of the show.
Have you
Boris
played
and
NBA
Daria.
2K? I have.
Great job, and you guys decided to
Yo,
integrate
behind me.
that within the game. Isn't that
Oh,
correct,
look.
Yuri?
Yeah, so we're gonna
It's
keep
him.
up with what we've been doing the entire year. So like we've always been taking their art and integrating it into our menus. So we're gonna get pretty much the same thing, but with a very fun 3D treatment here. The way the clouds move, the effects team did a very good job with it. I think it's even the intro, like when the menu loads up, there's like sort of like this layering effect. It's actually very fun. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yo, what?
Sorry, I muted myself there for a second, but that's fine. Let's head into the world map here as well. You know, when we talk about the battle between Horkos and now what we know is the Chimera Alliance, we see this kind of materializing itself on the world map as well.
Yeah, so like we're trying to keep up with the story, but illustrating it in the world map. So right now, what we're seeing is the Horkos army is dwindling a little bit. They're scattering a little bit around. We still get the statues that are destroyed and scattered over the map, but now we actually see some of the resistance firing back at the Horkos. So it's just basically the story of them trying to regain their land.
Excellent. And then after that, we head into the face-off. Of course, this plays off of the key art as well. And you guys obviously made. There's a little bit of an eclipse going on. Maybe that's foreshadowed to something. I don't know. But that being said, how fun or how difficult? Well, I know that it's fun because you keep coming and you keep saying
That looks cool in the back.
But how difficult is it, to try to adapt this and try to make it living within, the context of, it's an external artwork that's coming into the game?
Yeah, there's obviously some back and forth that we have to do with the artist to figure out what we need and how we're going to do it. There's a bit of brainstorming involved, and there are some like puzzles that we have to fix to make sure that this all works well. But each one came with their own challenges, and yeah, we're very happy with this result right now.
Yeah, and a huge shout out to your team to make this happen. It looks really great. I guess now we can head into the customization. So Andrew, of course, the art director.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
Gives us a great show.
Don't worry,
Mr.
my
C
reactions on all of
himself.
this will be live on my YouTube channel.
What can you
So if
tell
you
me
guys want
about-
to watch it
let's
back, I'll
get
have
into the new
individual
hero,
videos for
Gryphon,
all
of
this stuff.
course, that was different in terms of.
Yo, King
coming
Viking,
up
thank you
with
for the
this
Rep One
customization.
membership, man. Means a lot. Thank you for the support.
Well, basically, our well-known hero Holden Cross is back. I mean, heart of the lion with the piercing eye of an eagle. He's now Gryphon. I'm extremely excited because he's one of the well-known hero, and we've been knowing him for like beginning, and he's one of the living history in the world of For Honor.
Yeah, that's very true. He was obviously one of the For Honor OGs, first of all, like you said, being part of history and having such a different type of background with so much experience in a multitude of different factions, different legions, as the Blackstone Legion at first, and after that, the Order of the Lawbringers. And now he's being a mercenary, and as we know at the top of the show, a polyglot character that speaks different languages because of his experience in different factions. So how does that translate to his armor set and the customization that we can take a look at?
Yeah, as dramatic as
Yo,
life
Mal
was and
Marino, thank you for the Rep
the
One.
creation of the character was super fun.
Thank you
and
for the support,
exciting.
man. Thank you
Of
for
course,
the
there were
membership.
extreme challenges we're following as well. I mean, through the armor sets and the variations, I wish the players to join his journey and experience the variety of cultures and people that he met during his travel. Like, his origin might be knight, but then Gryphon's armor represent the world and the cultures that unites to fight back the evil. I think that says enough, but let's dive into the armor design.
Let's do it.
Here we go. This is what I
Okay,
want to
so
see.
First set is a default one when he starts the journey as a stranger. And nowadays, the region would be around the Eastern Europe.
Here we go, guys. This
The
is
inspiration
the
coming from the Dacian
armor
armors.
right here.
And we use this armor as a default because it's different enough, but it's also close enough to see his armor transformation from the original one, the Lawbringer. Of course, we adopted same method as a Warmonger armor customization, so player will be able to have more option, meaning cape on, and of course on the back it's cape off, and also different arm designs and the facial not expression, but the facial the beards. So first one that you can kind of see is the one with the kind of older version of a Holden Cross, and second one is definitely inspired by the Yuri's.
Ooh, that it has like a hood type thing. I like that.
It's like looking to the future.
That kind of hood, that hooded figure. I like that. I like the
Second
armor
variation
too.
theme is the Traveler. So after his
Oh, is that a
he left
wolf in
his
the back?
hometown, he's
Look
been
at the back in
wandering
the helmet.
around.
The back
So
in the
as you
helmet.
can see,
In the back.
aesthetically, fabrics are patched and hairs and beards are not trimmed. But his scale armor's designs are very edgy and strong, and it's a bit more advanced version of for the protections.
Yeah, I
And
need a
as
new
you can
graphics card.
see,
I tried
on
to
the
record this video
side,
while
it's
streaming.
not showing
It
right
wasn't
here,
working.
but
Was not working.
on the right side from the image, he carries he carries
Oh man, I need to get my hands on a 3080 chat. I need to get my hands on a 3080.
Yeah, that's this. Well, basically, I hope
Ooh.
at least explains a bit more about this one and from the lore. And the theme of the third variation is the hunter. He had to hunt to survive in the wilderness and the desert. So, but the wolf on his head also hints who he will be fighting against or hunt when he's back from his journey. So there are also some Viking aesthetics that is starting to rebuild. So more variation will come in TU2 from this journey that from Eastern Europe.
Hold on, chat. I think I gotta bite the bullet, man. I gotta pay retail
So
price.
again,
I mean
these
resale
are,
price
these
for
are
it.
the variation.
I'm
These
going
are
on
the
Amazon.
variations of the set one.
Yes,
the
exactly.
initial set. Okay, awesome.
And now the second set, which will show up really soon, will take the journey to the land where in nowadays Asia. As it shows,
Oh, this is gonna
Mongolian
hurt,
influenced
bro.
armors were presented
Oh
to
my
Gryphon,
goodness.
not only in the battlefield, but he experiences
gonna hurt.
more of different cultures and understands their lifestyle. The movie The Last Samurai introduces well of a Western culture meets
Hold on
the
just a little
Eastern
longer.
and how difficult it is at the beginning.
But I
but at
gotta
the end,
be able to make
the main
videos,
character
man.
blends and adopts samurai culture.
Next week they restock
And
next week.
when this happens, when they respect each other and try to live together, two becomes one new cultures. So this is when we're at the For Honor Year One trailer. The old three factions were almost made it, but then they failed it to unite it. But then this time he might be.
I mean, but there's
trying
not
to
even a
kinda unite
guarantee
them
that I'm gonna
together.
get it next week.
I see.
And I need to make
The other
videos
variation
now.
at this
Like,
point, this is another variation that you can see with a different alternate material treatment. And other variation, this one at this point, Gryphon meets the new culture is the culture of a Korean. The scaled armors are unique points. When he sees when we actually see the Korean armor, and what's interesting about this armor is how colors were differently treated with each row of a scale. So each line will take different colors as the theme, alternate material, and a third color from the color chart. And another unique thing and fun part is added some on the, I don't know, is it called a pon-pon? The top pieces?
I believe, yeah.
And
man.
it does something that
The
very
3080
unique,
retails
and
for
I'm gonna leave this one
$700.
for a player
The
to find
resale
out
price
what
is
which moment
$1,400.
that actually make it quite fun.
It's like I'm
I
buying
hope you guys
two of
find
them.
out, and please post it in the Twitter or
Sucks,
the
bro.
I read it.
yeah, the Reddit.
I'm not trying to do that.
And third variation is, of course, the samurai culture. So Gryphon design in samurai, the Japanese culture will use in the helmet design right there. And it was great to see how differently translated from the Western to Eastern culture with the same theme.
Your 1660
So
Super
even
for
with each
300.
variation, we tried to assign.
I think
different
I
alternate
need the
material.
3080
So
though.
for first one, you're gonna have a less.
Because games are gonna
alternate
be
material that will be
starting to
applied,
be ran in
but then
4K.
Another variation, you will be able to have.
And I need to
more
be able to
space,
stream and
to
record
choose
in
and control
4K
as much
while
as
playing the
area,
game.
so you can have fun.
That's
with the
why I need a
different
really
colors of
beefy
alternate
graphics
material.
card.
So this is the first one, and the other one's the second one.
Very nice. But make sure that these videos really kind of give the whole picture. That's why we're taking our time. So just absorb it. You know what I mean?
But that was interesting to explore different cultures when
Right,
with
might as
the
well shoot for the
one
3090, right?
character, for sure.
Exactly.
And so correct me if I'm wrong here. You know, when we talk about, you know,
Right.
cross-factional type of armor, and as we see, you know, there's such a range, and
Right.
I'll let you speak on this one maybe first.
These prices
I'll
are
come back to my
ridiculous.
question.
Yeah, I mean, this one is, of course, you can see it is it's inspired by the Greek. Well, since this is the kind of closest time in from his journey, so his previous armor kind of remains within the design to give a hint of the periodic order of his journey, and it has a very distinct design of Greek armors, like how the ornament on the helmet and the cape, of course, is on and off. It's a well protected all over. At the same time, it's a
Oh,
very
scent
beautiful,
armor.
attractive gladiator for sure.
And for our
I mean,
I'm gonna have to
for our-
rewatch this after the
and
stream.
for our
I'm
Greek
gonna have to
players,
rewatch
if
this
you really want to stay true to their homeland,
so I can give you guys my full
Slava, if you
reaction.
want to say that.
I've been
Slava
looking
is
off and
Greek.
on, so I'm gonna have to redo
Slava.
this.
Okay.
Beautiful.
When I do my
Slava.
video, I'm gonna rewatch this and then give you my full reaction.
And this is another variation coming from the first one, and this one is well, basically it's kind of pimped up version that he still had some money in the pocket, I guess. So he's adding a lot of engravings and
Love it.
nice ornamentations. And it's just the bling bling version of previous ones. And of course, another quite cool thing is that his visor is kind of open, something that we wanted to try out. And also that was not possible before, but then now since we placed the ornament on the shoulder, this is happening.
Very nice.
And as I mentioned, his journey of the armors does not end here. It will continue throughout the TU2. So let's wait a little longer and then you will be able to receive more variation of the armors.
Very nice.
I mean, this was quite challenging armor designs that we had to create up to this point because it's not like one type of armor that we had to create. But then it's like armor that shows the different cultures with the one character. So it was definitely ambitious idea, but then at the end, I think we are very happy with the result because that Gryphon gave us a chance to expand more cultures that we didn't get to include in our game.
Yeah, and it's very obviously that when you look at the collection of different customization for this hero, I mean, we're looking at such variety. It's great. It's really awesome. You know, if you can really pick and choose which one calls out to you the most. And
this
as
is
a fellow
crazy.
Greek man, I think this one's my favorite at the end here.
That's cool. As fun as his armor, let's now check out what we did for his weapon.
Let's take a look.
Now, weapon Bardiche. Gryphon chose Bardiche as his weapon because he could adapt to Bardiche easier from his original weapon Poleaxe. So when Gryphon was Holden Cross, his weapon
My guy
Poleaxe
lost in a
meant the
GPU
Justice.
paradise.
Now,
It's not
changed, he let
this
it
sucks,
go,
man.
and then now his weapon changed into Bardiche.
Oh, this
This
sucks so
represents
bad.
resistance.
Very nice, very fitting. Year 4, season 3. What was
Can't
it
even
called?
upload. And
That's right, resistance. So it fits perfectly. Perfectly.
Yep. And this weapon gives the contrast from the weapon of Warmonger, Flamberge. When the Flamberge had a fancy detailed shapes, now Bardiche is a very simple, rough, and the wild, which showcase from his basic shape. I mean, of course, like as we applied in the armor design, we also tried to see if this Bardiche was. We wanted to kind of question. We were questioning ourselves that how would it be translated if this was created by the different cultures? So higher the weapon progresses, the more diverse design that you will be able to equip, and of course you can kind of mix and match.
these look really good.
Create different taste of your fashion.
Yo, these look really good.
Beautiful.
And some of these would be so annoying to clean.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Must be like your beard a little bit, you know?
It looks worse on video than it is in real life.
Hey, look at me. Look at my facial hair. It's nothing to say here.
Yeah, you started that in March, didn't you?
Actually, I started it when I was 16, but thank you for asking.
Well, of course, again, a fantastic job from the Chengdu studio, from the design to the modeling, and they did a fantastic job.
This one,
Those look really good.
hands down.
Yeah, those look really
Yeah,
good.
These are sick. I will tell you, as a Kensei main, knowing now at the top of the show, well, not the top of the show, but we had.
Do we know
Stefan and
when the
Benjamin
60
that
frames
talked
is going to
about it,
come to
that
console?
Kensei is a good kind of transition character for this one. With this customization, I gotta go out there and try Gryphon with this. It's unreal.
Of course.
And I can live out my fantasy of finally having a beard, so that'd be great. now taking a look at the full collection of all of these Bardishas. Is that how? Is it Bardishai? I don't know how to pluralize that, but
I think
look
it's a
at
Bardiche.
these.
Middle of December.
Yeah, Bardiche.
Bardishes.
It's like shrimp, no shrimps, right?
It's
Look at
not.
this.
It's not going to be ready for when a new character comes.
Beautiful. That blue one, unreal, unreal.
It's no unicorn, but it's okay.
We do have a unicorn.
All right, okay, so we're heading right into it. Now we're taking a look at the other armor sets or variations that I should say for the other characters for Year 4, Season 4. Mayhem, for those of you who are joining us a little bit later. So what can you tell us about the theme for this
Whoa!
year?
Look at that
Or
PK
this season?
mask.
Well, this season's armor variation, warriors are ready for the grand battle. They put the
Whoa.
most badass armors and will jump into the battlefield. I mean, it's as important as a skill.
I'm gonna still
in the
watch, bro, even if you
battlefield.
don't have
The
upload at
aesthetic is,
4K.
also
No,
very
that,
important.
I'm not concerned about that. I can't
You gotta walk in
record
and
at all.
give a statement. You know what I mean? Or else
Exactly.
you gotta do it in style.
I can't record in 1080p.
That's one of the badass ones that you can keep equip it from the year 4.
Oh, that warmonger looks
It's
dope.
the last variation for year 4, and then make sure to show off your armors in the battlefield or at the podiums, or
Yeah.
if you might lose, but then lose the battle, but then you can lose with a good style and fashion.
Yeah, absolutely,
Then you're
absolutely.
basically not losing at that point.
No, actually, there's moral wins. I don't care what anybody says. At least that's what
Everyone
I tell
wins.
myself.
Everyone
yeah,
wins with a good style.
Look at the Kensei, beautiful, beautiful.
The bird mask.
Yeah, very nice. And we're going to get into a little bit more of the birds later on with Yuri talking about the battle pass. So again, we're taking a look at the full armor collection here for the variations that are available starting December 10th for Honor's Mayhem season, the conclusion of Year 4, Year of Reckoning.
I was thinking a while for about that bird. Which bird? That you're talking about the Gryphon, huh?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Sorry, it's the
If
lion
you wanna-
bird.
if you wanna
Yeah,
make
these
more
look good.
videos
Hito looks
now,
very good.
Well, listen, I'm good at that, so no problem.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this
Yeah,
whole
you're-
thing and do another
take it back
reaction
a little
video
bit.
because I missed out on a lot of stuff. I missed a lot of stuff that I didn't see.
That's awesome.
Don't worry, I'm gonna upload it on YouTube.
I love the.
If you guys
Straw
wanna
Hat
watch.
and the Bushi as well. So
Mhm.
Now we're moving on to Viking.
Believe so.
Raider.
Nice pants.
Also very simple, the helmet.
I could understand if scalpers just raised the price up by $100 and resold it. Okay, that's fair. But double the price?
Nice little head nod.
All getting ready for the battle.
Yeah, 100%. The Jormungand.
Oh,
That is one strong looking feller. Unreal.
That's all of them.
Well, I believe so.
And we have a Wuling.
Yes,
Last
that's.
one.
Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
we have the Wulin. Jeez, forgot about the Wulin.
Come on.
Dang, I missed out on Vikings.
Stay focused.
I like the purple hue. It's purple.
The color
Yeah,
for
it's purple.
and yeah, absolutely. Shaolin in his.
Don't worry, I'm gonna rewatch this. I'm gonna rewatch it. Don't worry.
And Lucia and JJ.
JJ just ready to go. You could just tell.
Print.
I'm gonna rewatch this.
You're a huge fan of leopard print, eh? I can tell.
Nuxia, I don't really like Nuxia that much. Like, I don't like that armor. Ooh, I like Jean-Hu armor.
Scary ass mask.
I like the Jean-Hu armor.
Unreal.
Ooh, that looks clean. Put black
So
material
I
on it.
think-
Mhm.
I think we have one last surprise when it
Yeah,
comes to
I think so.
customization. At least I think.
Do we?
Of course.
Potentially. I think.
Maybe.
And I think Clarissa might really enjoy it for a reason or another.
Well,
so
we
let's take a look.
teased it a bit in the Gryphon trailer as well. Actually,
Yes, that's true. That's true.
hype.
So there's the full collection of the armor variations for, again, Year 4 Season 4 Mayhem, which starts December 10th. Now we go into the surprise.
Whoa.
Let me introduce our beloved character with the not
Okay.
too crazy smile, Clarissa's main, Shaman.
Can we get some new Highlander stuff?
Well,
So
basically
what
we
did
have
you,
a
what did
new...
you, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just going to ask and set
Go
you
ahead.
up. What did you guys try to accomplish with this new set for the Shaman?
Well, let me ask Clarissa. We have a new design of Shaman in this season, and she looks... I like to get the feedback.
Well, I love her hair because that's one thing. Because a lot of shamans customizations have a lot of shaved sides or just like different sorts of shaved heads and such. Oh yeah, and braids too. And what's really cool, at least with the full hair with no shaved, is I'm sure players who aren't really a fan of the shaved sides or whatever. I mean, I personally love the shaved sides. I keep saying shaved a lot, but I don't know how else to describe it.
I mean, we gave that's the thing. We tried to give a different taste of it.
Yeah.
Actually, to come back to the whole year 4 year 1 DLC characters that we release.
I missed a
is,
donation.
They have a specific role for
Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
scouting for the narrative wise. As I discussed with Elise for the narrative, it's to unite each faction to the group up and to fight back the Horcos. We need someone from each faction to deliver the message. For Knight, it was the Centurion. For Samurai, it was Aramusha. And for Viking, of course, it's Shaman.
I did miss it. King.
Best for the
King sent a $5 donation, literally
But,
like 10
for
minutes
the
ago.
point, like, we
I'm so
focus
sorry.
shamanistic visual, as,
Thank you for the
as,
5.
Clarissa said
It says message
for
retracted.
the most of the armor, but this time we toned down a little bit on the wild side and provided a bit more calmer armor design. So most materials is still the leather, but we added the fur at the trim, so the design gets a bit cleaner. And of course, she still has enough elements to remind her.
My boy
character
King
as a
Viking
shaman.
sent the $5 donation. Thank you, man.
Excellent.
I mean, I never actually used this character because my fighting style never fits as a assassin. But now with this look, maybe I'm willing to change my fight style.
It's very clean. Unreal. So that leads us in. That does it for the armor variations as well. The new set for the Shaman for Year 4 Season 4.
Oh, he said
And
put
now
this
we're
towards my
heading into
graphics
the
card.
Battle
Thank you so
Pass,
much, man.
Obviously, a new one.
Thank you
for
so
this
much. Thank you so
season.
much.
So Yuri, I think we're gonna come to you last. I just realized that we're gonna go into the weapons from the past first.
Fine.
So Andrew,
I'll just sit here and
yeah, exactly, as you normally do. Let's talk about the battle pass, and obviously we're looking at something that's very unique and Gryphon-esque, if I should say, for the battle pass. What can you tell us about these weapons in particular in the collection that players will have the chance to purchase if they would like?
Yuri, if you want to jump in
Ooh.
anytime, just let me know.
none of
I'm
us
gonna
want
do
that.
the introduction. Well, Basically, for this battle pass weapon, there were three themes of this weapon sets, which are the Renaissance, Invention, and the Revenge. I mean, throughout the season 15, we witnessed the Resistance try to fight back the Holocaust, which is a Warmonger's army.
Yo, Squall. Thank you
If
for
you
the
have
5. He
followed
says,
all
glad
the
to see you're
events
back
that
on the
was
grind. I
going on
am.
from
I
the season
am.
15,
Right
it
now,
will
I'm
be
in
a
the
bit
looks
more
of trying to get a
clearer.
new graphics
The
card so I can
Resistance tried to
actually
use
be
a
back on the
forged
grind.
weapon to fight back, but it was
Man,
still
if I could
not
just get
enough.
get my hands on a
The
3080, the
I don't
streams
know
will
if you
look
guys
so
remember, but
clean,
Ilma,
man.
the blacksmith,
The
brings the
streams will look
final
so
weapon.
good.
She will bring the final weapon this season to fight back the Holocaust, and the aesthetic designs were kind of
King Viking
inspired
for the
by the
2.
culture
Anytime,
that
homie.
was
Love
known as a
love your vids,
neo-Victorian,
hella. Thank you so
which
much.
we know
Thank you
more
so
as
much, man. Thank you so
with
much.
the steampunk.
Yeah, it's just like this whole
Neo-Victorian,
like
which is
scalping
inspired by the
situation has really
steampunk
like put a
aesthetically,
hold.
and
I
has so
never would
many
have thought like a scalper would have
so many new
hindered me
elements
this
such as the
much, you know?
gears and
It's crazy.
fine
But it's all right.
patterns
We'll figure it
that
out.
shows its new age, which is Renaissance. And
So it's a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, it's a little bit of like a development, if I can say it that way, in terms of the way that they're forging weapons now. It's like
Yes.
almost like a new methodology that allows them to have this new look and maybe more effective weapons, if you could say it that way.
Well, it's
Well,
still
not
the same
actually,
Scalping
but
should
you
be
know what I mean, like,
illegal.
because
because
it's
it
like
doesn't have the
innovative.
mechanism.
Hey, I
Yeah,
mean, it is
exactly.
what it is at this
We wanted to
point.
kind of
It is what
aesthetically,
it is.
visually explain to the player that okay, something new has been arrived, and
Mhm.
then we are creating something different.
I got lucky and
So
got my hands on the
again, you
PS5 and
hear
Xbox.
the
I got
weapon
lucky on
set does
those.
not have the mechanism of a steampunk.
So now I'm able to play
but
with
it's
y'all
to
during
convey
sub
the
days,
idea
especially
that's
once
a
the
new
new
content
update comes for
that
60
which was
frames.
brought from the
I'll be
knowledge
definitely
of
I'll be able to
Gryphon
play with y'all
and
on
the
sub
skills
days.
of Ilma, the blacksmith. And again, these were created by the helping each other. That's how we created these weapons. And to get a bit more detail, like for the materials, we use the copper and the minor gold for decoration or engraving, and darker leathers with the rusted metal.
Yo.
So, that was also
Sanctus,
used, and also added some silver and the
Esquis,
ivory
I
to
probably
create
got your
some
name completely
contrasting
wrong.
design.
I apologize.
And we
I'm so
tried to
sorry. I'm not the best with
balance
names.
between
Hey man, good
industrial
luck to the
roughness
graphics
and the
card. I
Victorian
hope this
elegant
means this will
style.
mean something.
So
It will,
at
man.
the
Thank you
end,
so
the
much.
result
Thank you
kinda
so
comes
much because it
out
looks
as,
like I'm going to have to pay that resale
as,
price.
that has the
And if I
both
pay that
of
resale
beauty
price,
and the beast.
I love it.
expect 3
Should be
videos
the
a day.
title of a movie or something at some point.
Expect them to be 30 minutes each.
Beast or Beast and Beauty.
And
Yeah, maybe,
you're-
something like that.
hopefully you'll watch them all the way through.
It has a certain ring to it. I'll
Because
tell you
I'm
that
going to make that money back.
I mean, as for the color theme, I think to have a good combination, mixing the weapons from the Prince of Persia event from season 13 would be nice, nicely matched, and I would recommend.
Am I going for the 80 or the 90?
I
All right,
like
if I'm
that.
paying resale
Some
price, I
fashion
might as well
tips from
pay for the 90.
fashion guru himself, Mr. Andrew.
Because the 3080, you're paying double the
Honestly, I
price.
find
For the
these so
3090, you're
beautiful
paying
and-
like
and
20%
again,
increased price.
I
So
say
might as
this
well go for the
literally
3090.
every live stream, but I can't like be more amazed at the fact that every time there's something new, there's just a new flavor. You know, sometimes it's not necessarily
These weapons
what,
actually look pretty
I
clean.
would pick, but it's still an option for those who might be interested in it. So
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Will.
All of these different
That's
types
what I'm saying.
of
And then the
options as a
3090 is
player
like $200 more dollars in
to-
that. So
to
what's
customize.
you know?
Great to hear.
It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous.
So I think we're gonna head into the overview of the full collection as we normally do, so that you guys can take.
But it's
a look.
okay. I'll probably
for those of you who are
get it,
joining
and
a
I'm just
little
gonna have
bit
to
late to the party. You're
really
listening to
start
the Year
uploading
4 season 4
like crazy
reveal
to
stream for Honor.
break even.
Mayhem starts next week.
What about
December
AMD
10th,
cards?
And we're just taking a
I'm
look
an
at the
Nvidia
Battle
guy. I
Pass
don't know how
weapons
AMD
again.
works.
That's going to be available starting December 10th at the launch of the season. So this is the collection, steampunk themed, Renaissance. You have it, you name it, you got it. So
If we see some AFK arena
Yuri,
shout,
we're
raid
gonna
shout,
finish
exactly,
off
chat.
with,
If we see some
the
raid shout,
final
legends.
elements of the battle pass, which are the you know,
man.
there's outfits, there's ornaments.
I'm
Yuri, what
taking
can you
all
tell us more
sponsors.
about the other elements of the battle pass.
So it's my turn to
Been
talk.
watching you
I'm
since
so
the launch of the
excited for that.
game. Serious
So
respect for
Gear
sticking with the
4
game as long as you
Season
have.
4,
Wish you the best, homie.
Battle
Thank you so
Pass.
much,
So
Prince.
we have
Thank you
basically
for the
what
5.
we've been talking about this entire stream, Gryphon, with the neo-Victorian elements that are sprinkled in. So a lot of the outfits and effects that we're going to have in the past.
Yeah,
are going to
after the
be
stream, I'm gonna work
involving,
on getting all the
those two
reaction
elements.
videos
So
up.
we're going to see, for example, the battle outfit that's going to have a lot of unique shapes that are
And then
going
from
to
there,
evoke sort of the unison of
I don't know.
the factions coming together. We have the ornaments that are going to basically be shaped almost as if they're gears that are going to be placed on your characters. So that's also very interesting. We have the signature, which is going to be of the basically a blacksmith, so you get to see your character doing the blacksmith actions that you've seen all year. We have an execution that's going to be basically you throwing a bomb towards your enemy, or a bomb. I would say more like just a device that's been created in a very unique fashion to be in theme with our season. And then we have as well the effect.
That looks
which
cool.
is,
That looks
something
that's
very,
clean.
very
I
different
like that.
we
That's
haven't
clean.
done before. Which is going to be
Squall with the
Gryphon. You're basically
the
going to be
20.
wearing
He
Gryphon. So
says,
you have the
well,
head of an
this
eagle that shows up
8's
during
from
your
the
idle stance.
well,
And
this
then during
8's
emotes and
from the card. Your
executions,
videos
you're actually going to have
keep
wings
me
that are gonna
awake
sprout out,
for work.
which,
So
you know,
thank.
everybody loves wings.
I'm glad
so
they could
yeah,
assist you in
everything's
some
gonna
way.
be,
You know,
nestled in together. So this is actually the first time
thank
that
you
we
for the
managed
20.
to get
And
wings and a
we're gonna be streaming a
aside
lot
from,
more.
a glacier one that we've
Especially
done,
once
a
I
while
do
back
end
that,
up getting the
you know,
graphics
it's a
card.
cool
We
one.
should be
This
able
is
to
a
stream
much
a
cooler
lot
version.
more.
But
Yo,
what's
Jumbo
fun
with the
about
rep
this also is that we've done
70.
two
Thank you,
versions
thank you,
of
thank you.
this,
Thank you so much,
effect.
man.
So you have the Chimera version and you have the Horkos
Thank you so much.
version.
So if you,
Chimera
so if
being
I
a
do get the
lighter
card
metal
and then you
with,
see an
red,
influx of videos coming out,
embers and
you know
glowing
why.
parts, and then you have a different metal for the Horkos, which
You
is
know
a
exactly
darker
why.
metal with blue sparks and so on. So you get to choose what faction you want as well. Well, faction between Horkos and Chimera, you get to choose which one you want to represent with these effects. So you get to customize even further. They go really well with the weapons, I find, the whole gear vibes, and hopefully everybody enjoys this battle pass.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, taking a look at the weapon collection and again, these flagship items that come to mind, it all comes back down to the duality between the Chimera Alliance as well.
Enzo's still
is it
sleeping?
Chimera or
What do you mean?
Chimera. Chimera? I believe it's Chimera. I'm not sure. I apologize. That being said, it comes down to that duality between the Horkos and the Chimera Alliance. And so, guys, thank you so much. I know this was a bit of a loaded segment, but with good reason because there was so much to cover. Always a pleasure to have you both on. Hope you enjoyed your time on the show.
I do sometimes.
All right. Okay, that's enough, Yuri. All right, guys, that's...
Wait, what happened? wait. What just happened? We'll be right back. Are they done? Wait, no, they said we'll be right back. Technical difficulties? Due to technical issues earlier, our Nobushi and Shigoki segment disappeared. We'll be running it now. Oh, let's go. They're going to show us Nobushi. Let's go. Oh, they're going to be showing us the Nobushi now. There we go. Nobushi and Goki. How long has this stream been up? 2 hours? Oh, it's not bad. I thought I was up for like 5. They're getting it ready. So while we wait, let's have a chit chat, guys. While we wait. They're about to get the Shigoki and the Nobushi up. So while we wait, all right, chat. I'm in a predicament. All right. I want to play on console because there's more players on console. But on the same side, I don't want to play 30 frames per second. So I'm kind of like waiting for the update, and we don't even know, we don't have a date for the update, for the 60 frames update. We have no day. Excuse me. I wish they came out with a day, you know? Here's a small contribution. Make sure here's a small contribution. Make sure to get that graphics card. Otherwise, keep up the great content. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the donation. I don't even know how much that translates into. I believe it's like around $5 or $6. Magpie, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It was like Shaman or Nobushi, right?
Oh, that was going to be my line, but I forgot it, I guess. So now I've won 2 transitions today. So yeah, Nobushi. Oh man, was Mike going to burn me?
Hold
there?
on, you
I
didn't.
guess.
You didn't see Yorm? I
let
didn't. I
yourself
didn't.
burn yourself there.
Oh, that's even better. Self-burn. Okay, so Nobushi used to be a super strong character at the top of the meta. We nerfed a bunch of her timings. That kind of hurt her. CCU, her damage ended up at the board.
It really ain't that bad at 30 frames.
Thing, so
I'm rep 200.
Ends up
I mean,
not
I'm just
being,
used to playing 60. That's all.
Meta at all.
I'm used to playing
Basically,
60.
what we want to do is try to make some of our mix-ups start to work. Some of our timings start to be a little more beneficial towards her, so that she can really compete for, can she take Kensei's job as, you know, chief laner or group fighter.
All right. So let's look at what changes we've done. So we've done a few changes to hidden stance, also to our heavy finishers and the heavy stance hidden attack, the hidden stance heavy attacks rather. Some changes to zone attack, Cobra Strike, and Sidewinder. So let's look at that. So first up, hidden stance. It now costs 12 stamina to enter instead of 24. That's made to give her like a bit better flow, and a bit like it's not so stamina intensive to cancel your attacks and all these things. It gives her a bit more.
Are you going to get a
utility
360
in the
hertz
lane
monitor? No.
in a bunch of different areas, so you should be able to go to hidden stance far more now, which is pretty
I'm fine with a 144.
Next up, we have heavy finishers. So Max, we have a video for this. So basically now her heavy finishers and the heavy attacks from
undodgeable
are now undodgeable, right? So this means that in a lot of the cases where you could go into kick, for example, you can go hidden stance to kick.
Oh, wow.
Like kicking your chains or whatever. You now have an actual proper mix-up with those undodgeable heavies, rather. So that's really, really strong. It gives her much better 1v1 potential. So that's pretty much the idea behind that. It also helps in group fights. People that try to dodge like excessively around you, you can self-tag them, so that's pretty good. Next up, we have zone attack. Zone attack. We also have a couple of videos for these, but so zone attack. The second hit of zone attack was kind of really underwhelming. There was no real reason to use it most of the time. You would feint it like pretty much all the time. So now that second hit can actually soft feint into a bunch of different options. It can soft feint into kick, it can soft feint into dodge, and it can also soft feint into her heavy finishers. Right. So you have the utility of using it in a 1v1 where you have a mix-up with kick and undodgeable. You can use it in group fights as just dodging into somebody else. You can do a lot of different things, so that's really interesting with her. It makes her a lot more viable in the lane and in group fights and in 1v1 as well, so that's pretty interesting.
That heavy finisher can be top, left, right, as you like, basically.
Exactly, yeah. So you can't just go like what some pro players do when it only comes from one side, just blocking that side and then side dodge or whatever, so that's pretty good. We also adjusted our stamina cost. So it used to be 40 stamina for the first hit and then nothing for the second. Now it's 20 for the first hit, 20 for the second. We'll see how this goes. It might be a little bit strong, but we'll see where we end up with this.
This is why it's part of the testing grounds, correct?
Exactly, right? That's the interesting thing. We can actually test this out without breaking it. Pretty good. And then the feint for the second hit now costs 10 stamina. It used to cost nothing. There was a bit of some inconsistency there, so that we're trying to just make it a lot more consistent, more predictable, so that in the way that it works. Next up, we have Cobra Strike. So Cobra Strike now also changed the heavy finisher. That makes it so basically what used to happen with Nobushi is you would land a Cobra Strike, right? So dodge for light or side dodge light, and then your opponent would literally just roll away from you every single time, and there was nothing you could do. It was absolutely impossible to catch them up. So with this now going to heavy finisher, your opponent actually has to stay in place, because if they try to run away, you can do your heavy finishers and tag them, which is pretty strong. It's really useful. in the fact that when you're fighting against a Nobushi, you actually have to respect her when she does whatever option she does now. So that's actually pretty useful for her. And then last but not least, I think we have Sidewinder. So Sidewinder, we have a video for this.
Also
Sidewinder
changing the heavy
also now
finisher.
changed to
Wow.
heavy finishers. So similarly to Cobra Strike, you could roll away
Oh
from
man, this is gonna be annoying.
Nobushi
Nobushi was already like pretty annoying to fight sometimes, especially against a really good player. Now it's gonna be way more annoying.
So with this way, you can go Sidewinder into kick or heavy finisher if you're in a 1v1. Have a little bit of a mix up afterwards, or make sure at least that your opponent's going to stay in place. And the other thing we did to Sidewinder is that the timing, the chain timing options to all of her chains used to be at a static 500 milliseconds after the attack. So now what we did is you can chain a little bit earlier at 400 milliseconds, and you can also delay them up to 5. What this does is it gives her more utility in the lane. One of the problems that she had in the lane is that because her timings were so strict and so late, she had a hard time fighting off and contesting the lane or defending the lane against other characters like Conqueror, for example, or Kensei. They have like much better ways of controlling the lane. So with this, she should be able to come back into the lane and control it a lot more to make her much more viable in the lane. So that's it for Nobushi. Stefan, what do you expect is going to end up happening with Nobushi?
I think it's going to be very interesting. She's got much more ability to lane and be safe in the lane, as you said. She's got some ability to actually make her mix-ups work and threaten, normal 1v1 or small group fight situation. So that's going to be interesting. You can't just straight up roll every time you see her go into hidden stance or after some of her other attacks. So there's going to be entire pieces of her kit that she never used that she will now attempt to use. So I think that's going to be great. Will she threaten for a Kensei spot? Will she go up to like JJ level? Where will she end up? We'll see. But as you said, she's got friends now with shamans all over the board. PKs being thought about at this point. The synergy is there.
Great. All right. And then our last character we're going to be looking at, who's the guy dreaming about being every night, Shigoki. So we're targeting some things for Shigoki.
Addresses frustration and fighting him.
Shigoki
add option to deal with rolling. Add option to deal with bashes.
Not super effective in Dominion or high-level play, mostly. Crushing newer players and weaker players because that's what it does. So right now we're going to try to bring down frustration for full population dual and Dominion type stuff. And at the same time, try to reduce the super polarizing matches of like Shigoki versus Conqueror, which is heavily like what can Shigoki do against Bash? Nothing. And on the other side, what do you do against a Shigoki if you're, I don't know, an Orochi or whatever, and you don't have a melee, and you're eating super armored lights, hyper armored lights, uninterruptible stance lights? Pick your turn.
Yeah, exactly. So let's look at what moves we're changing on Shigoki. So we're doing tweaks to his light attacks, to Demon Embrace, and we're giving him 2 new options. We're giving him a forward dodge attack and also a side dodge attack. So let's start up with light attacks. We have a little video for this. So his light attacks are no longer armored. They're still enhanced. They still have the other properties. But as you can see in this video, he respects the Core Combat Update frame advantage rules. It also makes it so that you have to be a bit like you have to be a little more smarter when you play with Shigoki and just not mash.
No more armor.
Be able to trade all the time.
Oh my god, lights are no longer armored. Any excitement for the new season?
Really,
there's some pretty good changes in here, Zilla.
Suffers from it a little bit, but it's not the end of the
There's some pretty good
so
changes.
into his offense. Next up, we have Demon's Embrace. So Demon's
I like the new character too.
Have a video for this. We completely removed the armor from it. So you
Whoa!
can see here, like the warlord hits him super late into it. Part of the reason for that is that it's, if I remember correctly from the data that we have seen, that move is the single highest landing move in the entire game. The data seem to show something like above 80% hit rate with it, which is incredibly high. A big part of that is because it's armored, and then you could. It's really hard to play against if you don't know exactly what option to use. You could do dodge attack into it, and then you would still trade. It would still hit you, and it was super frustrating for a lot of players. So we removed it entirely. So now you can still use it as a ganking tool. You're external, you do heavy into Demon's Embrace. You can still gank with it, still good. But it's not as strong.
Recovery is now
1v1.
1500 MS total. Regain ability to block at 12.
It won't be like as powerful as it was. Another thing we did is also we lowered the recovery to 1500 milliseconds. It used to be 2000. And on top of that, you regain the ability to block at 1200 in this. So the mismatch there a little bit is so that we don't want people to use Demon's Embrace non-stop, like we see sometimes some Shigoki players doing. So the recovery is still a bit high.
If I use it non-stop because people keep dodging.
So that beforehand you had players that
every time I charge my heavy up, they dodge. So I'm like, oh, Demon's Embrace.
Or be out of stamina, do like
I'll keep healing. Come on.
Tag you out of it. With
keep
this,
dodging.
you'll be at least able to block whatever they do. So you're a bit more safe when you use it, but you can't just spam it constantly.
Yeah, you'll get punished, but you won't be like insanely punished or extra punished or double punished in the case of armor into hit in the recovery a second time.
Yeah, that's it.
Didn't even watch half the
next
stream.
Up we have new attacks.
I clearly did.
So now he has a dodge for it heavy. We have a little video for this.
Only part I missed was literally the armors. So I really don't know what you're talking about right there. It looks like you didn't watch the stream.
Armor like Sprint is. It's literally just a dodge for it heavy. It catches rolls really, really well. Typically, from what we've seen, you can use it on reaction to somebody rolling and still catch them. So it's really strong. We know there's a little known issue right now in the testing grounds that's going to be fixed when the character releases if we still do that, which is it doesn't execute right now, but it should. So just keep that in mind. It's a little bug that we're going to fix.
Put it in your surveys.
Yeah, put it in your surveys. That's going to be good. We're going to make sure we don't forget it. The other thing, too, is that it acts like a chain starter, right? So you can do dodge for it heavy into your heavy finishers and have a lot of pressure out of that. That's pretty strong. And then Shigoki's final change is he now has side dodge bashes. Basically, it uses
side dodge bashes.
So you can go into whenever somebody like attacks you, you can do side dodge head, but it gives them an actual option against to deal against bashes, especially the fast acting bashes. Like,
that don't even look right.
Like Prior or Conqueror or Lawbringer, for example, they won't be able to dodge out of it if you predict it. So it makes them a little bit easier to punish bashes. It also goes into his finishers. It acts as a chain starter. Basically, it's headbutt that you use in chains, but use it on a side dodge. It still does 37 of damage, all that stuff. So it's pretty strong. It's really, really useful. It's good so that because you can't really just roll away afterwards either. You can just do feint the guard breaking and catch people. And that's it. So it gives them a really, really powerful
It doesn't guarantee damage, but change in a heavy.
But that doesn't really guarantee damage. So it's pretty interesting for that. So that's it for Shigoki. So what do you think, Stefan, is going to end up going on with Shigoki?
Well, I think for sure it's going to be less frustrating for full pot players like that light losing its uninterruptible property is going to be quite good. I think on the other side, we're going to see way less polarizing matchups. So Shigoki versus Conk or BP or whatever, something along those lines is not going to be completely hopeless for the Shigoki. And then
what's stopping me from just lighting anytime I see orange from
move like that is not going to be
Shigoki?
hopeless for the other side. So I'm really hoping to see Shigoki not have, dominant or dominated by matches and more like kind of in the middle. This is in the middle. Trust me. I got a small scale there.
This is in the middle.
Yeah. Exactly.
I guess he can hard feint and parry my light, right?
All right. Yeah. So that's it for the characters we have in the testing grounds. So Mike.
Yes, first of all,
so
that
basically
was awesome.
you get lighted out
everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Course,
just get lighted.
This is a weak event, and I know that it's
I promise on
like
heavies and unblockables.
If it's going to be in the future of the game,
no,
it's
they are
the reason why we go over it so extensively, or you guys do at least. Yeah, guys, again, it's so important for you.
Wait, on unblockable? Nah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Zilla, you're right. Actually, so never mind. You could just hold it. You could just hold it.
It's folks like JC and Stefan that are going to look through that feedback and say like, okay, well, this worked, this didn't work, and then bring those changes to the game thanks to your feedback. So, guys, thank you for going in detail on all of the stuff, and shout out to Max who recorded all those videos for this segment. And yeah, thank you again, and we'll be right back after this with a map update, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you again, Stefan and JC.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's it for today's show. It was a long one, we know, and we thank you for those of you who stuck by us the whole time. We had some Twitch Drop rewards to thank you for your time, but so much to come for Year 4, Season 4 mayhem. For those of you who may be joining late, you can take a look at the VOD. We have the website that's going to be coming up with a bunch of articles, the Testing Grounds article that's going to be live today, and the website page that will launch on December 10th to get more information on that. But before we end off the show, we have one big topic to cover as well, Clarissa, which is the Dominion series that's going on. It was on the roadmap.
Tell me
as
when
well.
I'm
You
going to
were
get
talking
my
about the
60
last chance qualifiers and
frames.
stuff like that. So what can you give as an update to end off today's big stream?
Yeah, so at the top of the show, when
Yo,
we
what's
were
up,
going
Vil?
over the December roadmap,
up,
we
man?
mentioned that there's two things going on this month. The first one will be closed qualifiers, which will be in 2 days.
Love Kenzo.
And
Love
the
you too,
closed
man.
qualifiers will comprise of the 4 teams each region. Remember, it's for EU and NA. It'll be comprised of the 4 teams, which they will all face off to secure their spot
Open
in the
pool
finals.
winners.
And here are our open pool winners. On the Europe side, we
The
have
Uwu gang.
Nemesis, Working Relationship
Over
Incoming,
easy.
Pickup Truck,
Brutal's
Your Days
Battle
Are Numbered. And on the North America
Coalition.
side, we have Chimmy's,
Chimmy's.
Uwu Gang, Over Easy, and Brutal's Battle Battalion.
Oh, I
These
said that
people will be
completely wrong.
competing in the
Battalion. Whoops.
qualifiers, which will be
Stay in
streamed
school, fellas.
on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/For Honor Game. And it will also be streamed on the Ubisoft NA Twitch channel and the Ubisoft YouTube channels as well. So currently, the EU qualifiers will begin at 12 p.m. ET, and the NA qualifiers will follow afterwards around 6 p.m. ET. So all of the information on when those starts and the teams competing will be found on our Battlefy page at battlefy.com/Dominion series. And, it's that's pretty much the update. So remember that we do have an official broadcast coming up in 2 days, but of course, you still have a chance to compete. It's not the end. We still have the last chance qualifiers, which will be happening on December 19th. This one is another open pool, but it's only one pool. It's only for one day, really. I was going to say week, but it's really one day. So if you didn't make it into the qualifiers, you still have a chance to make it into the finals. You just need to sign up for December 19th. And that's pretty much it. So super excited for this Saturday.
Clap it up.
We're gonna see who secures their
Clap it
spot
up,
in
boys.
the finals, secures their spot in
Don't forget to like the stream.
qualifier playoffs as well.
Like it up.
Absolutely.
Like it up
Very
and clap it
exciting
up.
time when it comes to that stuff, when Dominion series and being able to strut your stuff, and you have that last chance qualifier if you miss the boat. So that's great. Guys, once again, we're wrapping up today's show. If you missed it, you missed a whole lot. So go back, watch it. We covered the Gryphon hero that's going to be launching on December 10th with, of course, the season, a testing grounds phase to start the season with Nobuchi, Shigoki, Peacekeeper, and Warden. There's a map update to Beachhead. We went all over the customization, of course, that's coming with this season. So much stuff. And again, thank you for watching. If you did the whole time, we got that Twitch drop, those Twitch drop rewards that are activated. So please give that some time for the due process that's needed to get that to you, and all of the other stuff that's going on for streamers and the Twitch.
I have no idea when it's being streamed.
The whole season. So
I just picked
more
the date.
information to come when it comes to this season on the website on December 10th. You can check
You
out
sub. Thank you for the sub.
for that.
You guys haven't
information.
subscribed to
And
the
that's
channel. Definitely
pretty
subscribe,
much it,
man.
and that's quite a
We're gonna
bit,
bring you
actually.
guys more
So,
content,
guys,
more
on behalf
content,
of
more
Clarissa,
content on For Honor.
my shitty mustache,
And
have a great time.
be ready
coming
for that,
into
man.
this last
Gonna be a lot of
season
stuff coming.
Year of Reckoning.
Oh, I got it right.
Mayhem begins December 10th. We'll see you next time. Take care.
All right, guys, that is the end of today's stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like today's video or today's stream. And we are going to come with a lot of content. I'm going to just go ahead and grab this graphics card, even though I know I shouldn't spend double the price on it and support these scalpers, but I got to, man. I gotta get y'all content. So, because right now I'm not able to record how I usually record, and yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that off stream, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Definitely subscribe to the channel. I'll be live. When will I be live? I'm not sure when I'll be live, but stay tuned for some more videos. Whenever I get this graphics card, I'll be sure to go live when I get it. So, I like that sword and shield from Warlord. That actually looks pretty clean. But all right, y'all, please have a great, wonderful day, and we'll see you guys very soon. Okay. Get the 3090, bro. That is so much. Like the resale price on that is, oh my god. The resale price is crazy, man. But yeah, all right, y'all. I'm about to end stream.